in raw. Hey, hey, red dirt on my boots, flag flying off the back of my truck. They said sit down, be quiet, I just laugh like man, good luck. Hey, hey, cornfield, small town, but my voice hit the big screen loud. If they're mad at my freedom, yes, I'm doing my family proud. Unfiltered and raw, say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. They roll their eyes when I said I'm standing with the man they hate. But I remember cheap gas and a border that held its gate. I pray hard, work late, ain't waiting on a handout check. If you kneel for my anthem, we just don't see the same respect. Unfiltered and raw, say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. This for the welders, the nurses, the cashiers counting every dime. This for the soldiers in camo who do it all again each time. Salute. We ain't scared of their labels, we just call it like we saw. Proud to be American, unfiltered and raw. Yeah! Unfiltered and raw, say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. Unfiltered, unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. Unfiltered and raw. Turn it up, let it talk. Yeah, raw. Hey, hey. Unfiltered and raw. Hey, hey. Red dirt on my boots, flag flying off the back of my truck. They said sit down, be quiet, I just laugh like man, good luck. Hey, hey, cornfield, small town, but my voice hit the big screen loud. If they're mad at my freedom, yes, I'm doing my family proud. Unfiltered and raw, say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. They roll their eyes when I said I'm standing with the man they hate. But I remember cheap gas and a border that held its gate. I pray hard, work late, ain't waiting on a handout check. If you kneel for my anthem, we just don't see the same respect. Unfiltered and raw, say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. This for the welders, the nurses, the cashiers counting every dime. This for the soldiers in camo who do it all again each time. Salute. We ain't scared of their labels, we just call it like we saw. Proud to be American, unfiltered and raw. Yeah! Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big White House we saw, I pull America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening. Appreciate everybody being here. I see a couple of you guys. What's up, Share Bear? How are we doing, Share Bear? Twisted Intentions, Styles, Brandon. What up, Brandon? Cool. And a lot of you guys, folks in here. I appreciate you guys being here. I usually hop on, and Bob Cox, can't forget you. I usually hop in here about 8 o'clock. I jumped in just a little earlier, so I get in just a little earlier. But in general, I appreciate everybody being here, and we're going to go over a couple topics. I want to cover the election, the primaries are going, they're kind of rolling. We'll go over those fires, Madison protests, stuff like that. Let's go. I didn't even get a chance to finish speaking for the plane. None. Appreciate that. Put a W in the chat for this guy here. Appreciate that. A W in the chat. There you go. Starting the day off heavy. Appreciate that. Nan Lu, appreciate that. Yeah, for the plane, guys, for the airplane. And on the airplane, guys, actually, I will tell you a little more about that, so you guys know that. Let me switch this up real quick. There we go. A little more on the airplane thing. So obviously, flying is a complete passion of mine. I love flying, private pilot license, stuff like that. I don't do it commercially, not airlines or anything like that. But my intentions with buying an airplane actually is, I'll just say it. I want to do annually, once a year, flying to like remote areas of Alaska, United States, and stuff like that. Provide like medical care to people that don't have immediate access to medical care. And one of the businesses I own is kind of in that field, we'll just say, providing such services. But I want to do an annual kind of fly into remote places, Alaska, providing medical services to, mostly it's going to be like tribes and stuff like that, and places that don't have medical care, small places where they don't have access to doctors and stuff like that, guys. So that's kind of the thing I want to do once a year with the airplane. So it's kind of purpose driven too at the same time, as well as obviously pleasure. I will always want to own an airplane, but that's one of my objectives with having my own private airplane, is to kind of do that in the future when I do go. And like I said, I'm on the 3-year plan. We're in the year 2 of that 3-year plan, barely at the beginning of year 2. So yeah, eventually we'll get there. And actually, I will probably start a separate YouTube channel, or maybe I'll do it here, whatever, kind of documenting what's going on there, because I think it'd be fun, interesting, and obviously bring awareness to kind of what's going on with like rural areas that don't have medical care, or they may, or the lack thereof, whatever it may be, right? So that's the main objective. In general, do like an annual, we'll call it a fly-in clinic. So that's kind of what the airplane, one of the purposes is owning my own, because obviously I can go rent one and do this and continue flying. But when you own your own aircraft, you could do a lot more things with it. So yeah, that's one of the objectives I want to do, is get in Alaska, a lot of the little areas, remote. Rural is different. I live in a very rural area. Remote would be like accessible only by boat or by aircraft, right? Kind of thing like that. But yeah, that's the main objective, guys. So anybody that helps me, all the money that I do get from YouTube in general will go towards that fund. In general, let's just be real. That's probably what I'm going to do with all the money. In general, just help me out there. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's kind of helped over since I started. We've been only on YouTube. Let me change this up real quick. So I don't forget, because I will forget. Let me change this to all. I've only been at YouTube for about, I think this is the 3rd or 4th month, guys. So we're kind of rocking and rolling, kind of growing good enough. I mean, we're not, breaking, sound barriers and doing anything too extreme, but definitely from all the people I've talked to, especially heavy hitters, I won't mention names, but I know about 3 or 4 people. Anywhere from 100,000 to 1 million subscribers. I have 4 people that I kind of bump heads with, we'll just say. And they're kind of they're all 4 of them are impressed because they didn't get 2,000 subscribers in the amount of time they did. So whatever, we're doing something right. So we'll keep doing something right moving forward. But I appreciate it. Everybody's been here supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And there's a lot of ways you can support the channel, obviously. Super chats, whatever. Memberships, all that good stuff. I'm going to go check on my dog real quick. The little guy never barks. So I'm going to go check him. Give me a second, guys. Oh. Dog interruption. Sorry about that. The little guy never barks. He's kind of blind and chills and yeah, whatever. When he barks, it's like, okay, what's going on, bro? But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the super chat already off the gate. None. Lou, let's go. Appreciate that. What up, Ed Eagle? How we doing? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this up here. Sounds fun. Yes, it's going to be fun. Brandon, let me turn this down as well so we're not getting a bunch of that. Kathy, how are we doing? Let me go through that. Cool. And I'm going to share my screen over here. So first thing I kind of want to cover kind of going on, and we'll kind of look at it throughout the night and other things. What up, DLP? How we doing, bro? Let me pull up my screen here. Why does it got me big? There we go. That's what I want to see. Either way, in what is it? The state of I want to say Michigan Michigan Senate. We have this gentleman here. He's probably going to win this primary, right? This Muslim guy. So places are in the United States. It's getting crazy because we had Modami and we're like dummy, right? We're like, he has no fucking chance at all of winning. Look at him. He's now the mayor of one of the large, of New York after 9/11, right? Absolutely crazy. So these people actually have a chance of winning in general. It's actually batshit crazy. But I'm going to pull this up here that I've been watching today, guys. And wrong screen. Because I'm sure there's going to be some campaign. Oh, actually, someone did already. Let's go. We'll pull this guy up here, put the sound on.
And last time we were here 2 years ago, we took a picture and everybody was
absolutely crazy though. And in Cori Bush, oh look at that, Cori Bush. Yeah, I always waiting for more to come in. I knew earlier she was like 30, then it was 40. I was like, maybe she's making a comeback. But Cori Bush, socialist Cori Bush, done. No more shit for her within our government, which is awesome. But on the other side of things, you have a lot of DSA funded, sponsored candidates that are killing it at the same time. So she's not so much, we are talking about, maybe a more conservative area, I hope, but it looks like the Democrats the other person, Wesley Bell, is going to beat the living shit. I mean, if 82% and 60% of the vote is to Bell. So, I mean, I would say they're probably already calling on that one. But either way, Cori Bush, batshit crazy. If you ever listen to that woman, oh my good Lord, batshit crazy. But there's a lot of DSA candidates that are having a great evening. We'll just say that. And this is primary leading into the general election coming up for the midterms, right? It's crazy to see how many candidates you have. You have 2 factions going on here, guys. It's very simple. You have Donald Trump and MAGA and the DSA and the socialists. That's what we're seeing. We're not seeing Democrat, Republican. You're seeing MAGA candidites against DSA candidates. That's what's going on left and right. And I believe it was in the state of, before I say it, Michigan. Every one of the candidates that Trump had endorsed has won their primaries. I believe it was for the Senate. So good thing there. But in the vote with the Muslim guy, it's kind of borderline, but he's probably going to push over the edge. He really is. You have a large demographic of people in his little district that are Muslims. So let's be real. He's probably going to win
this
that
is,
fucking
Tom
election.
Barrett's seat right now.
He is probably going to
won
win
it
that.
after Alyssa
But yeah, in
Stanton
general,
won
it's
it for the
crazy
Senate
for
in
me to see,
2024.
or
It's
for me to
definitely a very
think of,
swing
like,
seat.
Muslims winning
Largely,
elections like
it's kind of
crazy
been
after
a,
knowing
like,
what
veteran
we
of
know.
intelligence based
9/11 was
seat.
not that long
Slotkin
ago.
was a
Yeah, keep your weapons clean and your
intelligence
powder
official.
very dry.
The
Yes,
two
absolutely.
kind of,
Absolutely.
I don't know what to call them. The two other candidates.
Yeah,
in
and
this
this is
race
what I've
were
been
not
kind of
well
watching
versed.
all day
Bridget
today, here and there as I'm doing
Brink and
things,
Matt Masdam both have
is
some of that, like, military
C-SPAN.
and intelligence background.
As they're
Brink
rolling in,
was
so
once
we're
the
rolling,
ambassador
next
to
polls
Ukraine.
close,
Matt
22
Masdam was a
minutes. We'll
former
keep
Navy
an eye on
SEAL.
that
So
kind of thing.
it's kind of that
It's eventually going to
sort
get to
of race.
Washington. Obviously, it
However,
moves from
Lawrence
east
does
to
not
west
really fit
coast,
that
right?
profile. He is
But nothing
former,
really fancy going on in
co-founder of the
general with
Sunrise
the
Movement,
primaries. I will
climate
be
action movement.
honest, nothing
He's
really
kind of
crazy,
benefited from a splitting of
nothing
the vote between Brink and
unexpected.
Masdam.
Other than the fact that I think this whole idea of like this blue wave or this, you know, all these popular candidates, they're not actually winning on the Democrat side. So they're having kind of a, I'd say somewhat of a divide, but it appears that most of the candidates that are winning are going to be the DSA guys, you know, the Democrat Socialists of America, right? Whatever the fuck this shit is, right? Yeah, exactly, Kenna. Same in SA, 3 DSA, 2 Dems, 2. Isn't that crazy? They out. So you got to say 5 Republican, or I'm sorry, 2 Republicans and 5 Democrat Socialists, right? On just on the city council. Holy shit, that's crazy. Yeah, the DSA is honestly, if there's going to be maybe another opportunity for a third party, and I've actually said this during the Tea Party, when the Tea Party was a deal, I never saw the Tea Party as having the right juice to become a legit third party, mostly because it was a movement more than it was a political party. And then at some point, if anybody was following the Tea Party movement when it, you know, first started manifesting itself, it actually started being co-opted. It started being co-opted by like the Koch brothers, people like that, right? Funding various things, causing division, whatever. It started being co-opted at some point. And it didn't have the right steam to become a political party. It was more of a movement, kind of that's always happened through our history. Comes and it goes. Comes, then goes. Whereas the socialist movement you're seeing, it's actually, I would say, gearing more towards a potential for a third party, which obviously I'm not for, but it has more of that feeling. Whereas, you know, the Tea Party movement was more of just that, a movement, right? And it ended. It hasn't ended, but it was served its purpose, got hijacked, and it's kind of over, if you will. You don't ever really hear about it. It's like the Tea Party, and you think of the past, right? When we talk about the DSA and the Socialist Party, we think of the future. We think of these people being in the political order, if you will. And obviously they should be opposed, because socialism in and of itself is obviously completely contradictory to the whole political order that we have in our country. The Constitution, they require a dictatorship, right, to manifest their political ideas, right? And redistribution of wealth violates obviously the basic principle of private fucking property. So absolutely crazy. I'm gonna pull this other thing up because the election stuff, I'm gonna do a real test real quick, guys, because I've been kind of curious. When I switch screens, I'm gonna play a different video. What sucks about Restream is it doesn't have the soundboard like the other setup I have. So I don't know if it's playing double sound, but what I'd like you to do, I'm going to do a little experiment right now, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you're hearing 2 sounds. All right, let's do this. Put 1 in the chat if you're hearing 1 sound, 2 in the chat if you're hearing 2 sounds, right? If you're hearing both these videos play, put 2 in there. If you're just hearing the main one that's large, press 1. So I need to know. I haven't sat down. 1, you're hearing 1. Okay, so when I have it large, you're only hearing 1. 2 sounds. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill.
Traditionally, my understanding is
of all people. Okay, I just wanted to double check it. Good to know, guys, because I was making that assumption without really doing anything.
For a Republican governor.
It is absolutely.
So let's turn this back.
Because people
appreciate that. Thank you.
understand what's at stake.
Obviously, I could have gone on my phone and looked, but whatever.
to defeat slavery and to hold this nation together. And
I really hope this gentleman bangs it out of the park, guys.
And hold our state together. This is the calling for our day. We are being called for a time such as this.
3, including you. Okay, Mr. Bill.
In defense of our republic, we will stand up.
Mr. Bill, the guy who gives bad links.
Stand up in defense of our children's futures. We will answer the call.
Sat in his studio, almost like Art did in mine, for many hours.
To replace Gretchen Whitmer as
but my excuse is I'm a newbie.
And traditionally, my understanding
Bill has
is
no
after
excuse.
8 years of one party running the state, typically the state goes with the other party in the race. So does that encourage you if it's time for a Republican governor?
It is absolutely time for common
It's definitely time.
Crazy. The last
you clicked on the previous day link. Yes,
failed,
I did.
And frankly,
you never shared a new link, Mr. Bill.
According to U.S. News and World Report,
too late.
Our education system is 45th in the nation. Our infrastructure.
Mr. Bill is the missing link. Yes.
And around everywhere, people are.
He does look like skinny, cracked out OJ, doesn't he?
Capital city.
Narrow-headed, cracked out OJ. Yeah, that's true.
We're going to focus on the policies to bring our
Press
kids
1
back
for
to
English,
Michigan, and
please.
we are going to make sure that we
He does look like
Jocelyn
OJ.
Benson accountable for her failure to have.
What's around his lips?
She allowed dozens of
no, we need him as governor, guys. Stop making fun of OJ.
For her participating with the SPLC and her role.
Don't you dare make fun of
money to the KKK. We're going to hold her accountable for her failure to do the job that she currently has. And the fact
we'll see about that.
Secretary of State.
And this is the gripe I do have with some Republicans is, look at what we had with Fauci recently, right? Him going and doing the COVID hearing recently. We had him prior years before, lied before Congress. We know he's an habitual freaking liar, right? And what usually happens is we have a lot of soft-ass Republicans. And I don't like to call them all rhino, especially the soft ones, but there's a lot of soft Republicans. Excuse me. And I'm hoping, I know Rand Paul recently said they're gonna pursue charges against Fauci for obstruction, Why didn't we do that before? The soft Republicans again. So how far will this go? I don't know. We shall see. But we actually need people, in my opinion, my strong opinion, we need more people like a Byron Donalds. I think Byron Donalds is obviously going to be a good, great governor for Florida. But I think we need more people like that in the House, the Senate, in our state legislatures, stuff like that, because they kind of put aside differences and they are all principle. They don't give a shit. They're all principle, regardless. Byron Donalds, is a very principled person. He puts it. He don't even care. He's just like, whatever, cutthroat, move on, right? Absolutely crazy. What are your thoughts about only natural birth citizens being qualified to run for office, at least at congressional levels? Only natural born citizens. Well, the thing with that question is, how do you define natural born? And obviously citizens, we know what that means, but how do you define natural born? Because, would that be mother and father being, citizens? What would that, how you would define it? But yeah, that's a good question. I honestly think elective office is only for citizens. And I think if you're a nationalized citizen, we should put a law in place to where nationalized citizens maybe should have the ability to immediately go into political office. Not because it's easy to become nationalized and not that everybody that is nationalized could be a threat. It's just the idea that you're just franchised, right? Someone that's born in our country that's 1 year old to 8, they turn 18 years old, they're able to vote. You come here at whatever age and you've only been a citizen for a day, you're eligible to put yourself on the ballot. I don't know. I'm kind of against that. I think there should be a period, maybe 10 years. I think 10 years, maybe even longer, maybe a whole 18 years. I think 10 years is a reasonable number to where someone is nationalized in our country, and this obviously isn't natural birth citizen, but nationalized citizens. I think 10 years is a reasonable amount of time for someone to basically become somewhat assimilated into our culture, live the life that the Americans live, not just come here off the boat like, the brother fucker, and get on the ballot and get in elections and then point her fingers at us and tell us dirty Americans how to live our lives when she just got off the boat from some third world shithole, right? So I don't know. I think that's probably a more important thing, honestly. But yeah, it should be limited. The whole franchise system should be a lot more limited. We shouldn't just have everybody and their brother being able to get in there and get in a ballot and vote, right? I don't even care if it's congressional, federal, state. I think all the way down to even your HOA. I mean that's a little extreme, but I think even down to your, like, we'll say school board. Like, I don't think you should be able to represent people if you were just nationalized. Give it 10 years, maybe 10 years. You're ineligible to do two things. I mean, the voting, I could maybe say would be a separate issue. Maybe we can make it, immediate, which it already is, right? But I think at least holding elective office should be at least 10 years nationalized to hold elective office or be eligible for elective office. And to be honest with you, I think it also is reasonable to have a period of probationary period too, because, let's say 10 years of probationary period before they're able to be put on a ballot and be in elective office. Maybe there should be a probationary period for them to be able to vote too. That's maybe a little more extreme, but I do believe being on the ballot like Ilhan Omar and the rest of these nationalized piece of shit that want to point their finger at us, they should be restricted or prohibited for a period of time, right? I mean, it's definitely reasonable, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure someone can make a good argument as to why that shouldn't be the case, right? But that's kind of my opinion.
Virginia.
Oh, my good Lord. Had to save this one. Remember this guy?
Governor Terry McAuliffe.
Denying elections, guys.
Today, to continue the revolutionary practice of fighting for democracy, which unfortunately in 2026 is almost like a dying
Born in
art.
America, you still have to wait 18 years to vote. Exactly, Richard.
And we're hoping that we
Exactly.
can continue
That is
carrying
true.
that
That's how
flame
I
into
see
the
it, too.
general election.
Or you
I
could
think
go to the
Abdul
extreme and
centered the needs of the
nationalized
working
citizens
class
shouldn't
so
be able to vote at
perfectly
all,
in
right?
his policies.
I mean,
But
which
in
one do you
many
want? Not be able to
his
hold
run
elective
didn't start
office as a nationalized
yesterday.
citizen,
His
or
run
wait
didn't
10 years?
start
You choose, guys.
6 months ago.
I'm
His
more on
run
the side of
started
probably
in
never, but
2018
hey,
when he ran on
that's
a
a
Medicare
little
for all
extreme
ticket
view
in the
and
gubernatorial
probably.
race. And I guess the people were not.
And then you have people
ready
that
for
fight it.
now,
Hey, that's
but
like
ready for it
second-rate
back then.
citizenship,
But
right?
they're certainly ready
That's
for
why
it
you'd have
now,
to make it
seems.
probationary, right? It's a progression of citizenship, right? Maybe we could talk about restricted other things for him too, like
I think what this race means for the
medical
Democratic Party
benefits,
is changes are coming. And
Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, free
I'm
handouts,
glad
right?
that they weren't
I'm just saying,
ready
guys.
for it.
They found the other day, yeah, this son of a bitch needs to go, I agree. They found the other day that 50% of all Medicaid, this is just Medicaid, the state programs, right? Recipients, 50% of them are not eligible, whether it be legal status or
I think
make
it's
too
very
much
sad
money,
that her closing
whatever.
message
50% of
ended
Medicaid
up
recipients
focusing on
should not
a
have
Twitch
Medicaid.
streamer.
Absolutely
That was
crazy.
an extremely online thing that she did, and perhaps
Nobody
that's the
cared,
reason why
dude.
these expected results might have been unexpected for her.
Yeah.
She thought that centering
Any office
these
or
sorts
be
of
able to
issues
vote in our elections,
in the heart of
period.
her campaign would potentially help her
Psychological
seize victory.
testing, behavioral testing, they must
But
have
Abdul
10 years
never
work period.
ran on
I
these
agree with
sorts
that one.
of,
None of
these sort of drama
College to
focused
Congress.
issues. He ran on kitchen table
Yeah.
issues. He ran on improving people's
You know what's
lives.
funny is
And it
there's
turns
people
out
that
that's
actually
exactly
make
what
a
people
career
appreciate
out of
we're
trying to
looking
be a
for. And we're
politician.
gonna prove
I
that
was
once
in
again
college
in
with
the
this
general.
gentleman, and I wonder where he is today. I should look into it. But he was going to college to be a politician. You know, they're like, oh, so what's your degree? Well, I'm getting this
Absolutely.
degree, or I'm
There is
decided,
a
what are you going to do?
there
Like, go to law
there
school,
is
medical
so
school.
much more youth
right?
involvement
This
in
guy
these
was like,
races.
hey,
It was actually Debbie Dingle
I'm going
who
to college
called
to
it
be a
out
politician.
when she
It's like, I didn't
visited
know
our
that was a career
University of
choice,
Michigan
right?
Ann Arbor
It is these days.
campaign rally that we did many months
It is
ago,
these
all the way
days,
back
guys.
in, I believe, April.
This guy's a fucking
She attended
fruitcake.
that, and she told the Associated Press, I've never seen this many young people this excited for a candidate.
Look at the little
this
badge
far
on his
out
shirt,
from
right?
a Senate primary race. And honestly, there's a good reason for that. I can't take credit for that. Of course, I'm only a messenger.
Real college,
I'm
not
only
a doctor
megaphone
degree from
for the
Somalia that you
anger
got
and the
from the
resentment
Mud
that a lot
Hut,
of
right?
people feel.
Right.
I think it was Abdul's policies.
My
It was
my
Abdul's
bachelor's
campaign
degree is in
that brought
political
them out
science.
first and foremost. But luckily, he was the right guy for
that's
the right
exactly
time.
where they're at. That's exactly where they're at. All the batshit crazies.
Anything else I like to say?
No, we don't want to hear anything else. Sorry, bro. This batshit crazy guy.
Being pro-Israel
Okay.
is bad policy and bad policy.
All right, come on. This guy's crazy. What up, Will? Hit them thumbs up for the SBG Straight Boy Gangsters. Yes. Yes, hit the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate that. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I agree, Winston. They should have not only pulled his passports, they should have charged him. And there is a lot of crazy shit that people are doing and stuff that meets the definition of, I would say, almost treason. Remember that guy that went to Iran was like, yeah, fuck America. Where the fuck's that guy? He should be hanging from a fucking pole somewhere, in my opinion. Cool. The mayor of Seattle is the perfect example of job references. Should be, yeah. The mayor of Seattle, they're all piece of shits. If you go back for a long time, they've kind of been piece of shits in general. Seattle, I mean, Washington, in my opinion, I don't know. I've had this debate with people. Washington, the Pacific Northwest, we'll just say in general, is almost a lost cause. You have to be realistic about it. The whole Pacific Northwest is a lost cause.
On the Democratic side, Abdul, tonight's results suggest President Trump's endorsements are continuing to carry significant...
That looks like fucking AI to me. Jesus. Looks like total AI. Total AI. And these are all the endorsed for Michigan, and I'm pretty sure that every one of them won their race. Pretty sure of that. Let's see if I can find this video here real quick.
We said, could Cori Bush counter in St. Louis City?
She's out.
Sorry. What happened? We said, could
she's
Cori
out.
Bush counter in St. Louis City what Wesley Bell got out of
yeah, sedition at least.
As good as he get out of St. Louis County. The short answer
yes, he got a degree in absolute bullshit. Yep, that is true.
So now we've seen it across the dividing line, and we have called this race.
Laura, that's funny. They could sign up to vote through the EBT food stamp program, or the like SNAP. It needs to stop. I know you go there, you're like, I need well, you want to register to vote while you're here? Here, we got a ballot ready for you too.
In 2024,
we got a ballot going too.
This one's decisive. Again, what you're looking at is...
I agree there, Winston. Color revolution. And who is at the forefront of this color revolution? The socialists. The communists. The communists, the socialists, the same party of people that we've always known, that we have always known to be at the forefront of this shit, right? It is not a joke. Let me go back to... Oh, he's speaking.
Served our nation in combat and
that's what I was waiting to speak, guys.
From different backgrounds to accomplish tough missions. After the recession, I worked with my father and my brother, and we helped grow jobs in Detroit when families needed work.
Yeah, and Cole, I went and listened to your Mike Country. Too explicit, bro. In-vehicle mandates, I listened to it.
And protect Medicaid.
It says the P word a lot and the C word a lot. That would get me shut down before that song was even over. Now I can almost guarantee it.
Michigan is on
guarantee
fire.
it.
I've always run toward the fire. This November, the choice will be clear. We offer
freedom, that J. Paul piece of crap. Socialism. I don't know.
We offer change. They offer continued decline. We offer common sense. They offer crazy. But
crazy.
But we should never underestimate how pain
want to move yeah, exactly. Yeah. They want to move into Idaho and bring their craziness with them. Boise is blue. Yeah.
It is none of
and not just the football field. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Same when before I left Arizona, and that was what was happening is people were leaving California in droves, right? And they were leaving because of high taxes, the political problems they were having. They would come and then they're like, well, we want the same political problems here, but we can do it better because it's Arizona. It's like, no, you're bringing your shit with you. You're literally bringing your problems here, and you think you're going to have a different result, right? Yeah, it's the same thing with the Californians in Arizona. Same thing. PNW people, I think in general, the Pacific Northwest is just going to be a blue stronghold for a very long time. Stephen Adams, 1776. What up, Patriots and Unfiltered? What's up, bro?
We must expose it for the lie.
Yes, sir.
And show Michigan a better way.
Not only condemn it, but expose it. Very important.
Enforcing the law works.
Yeah, Tennessee does suck. Don't ever go to Tennessee, liberals. You guys, yeah, absolutely
cut taxes, lower your energy bills.
Cindy, good evening, Unfiltered. How are you, Cindy? Harley needs 4 more subs. 4 more to what?
We're going to cut taxes.
Is that 1,000
We're
or?
going to lower your energy
If I'm
bills.
not
We're
mistaken,
gonna
she's on her
protect
road to
Medicaid for
1,000.
those who need it,
We got her
while
quite a
stopping
bit so
fraud
far.
and
We can
abuse
get her
for those who
is it
steal
1,000?
from it.
I'll look actually. Why am I being
Yes.
lazy?
We're going to restore excellence and accountability
Oops.
and parental rights to our schools. We will support law enforcement, protect victims,
1,000.
and keep
Okay.
violent criminals
Yeah, let
off
me
our
grab her
streets.
link real quick, and I'll just continuously share it until we get her to the 1,000. Because yeah, we got Scuba Steve yesterday, and he was very thrilled. I talked to him. He was thrilled. We got him to over 500.
Michigan a state where our
So
children
that's
can build
pretty
their
nice.
futures, not one they feel
Harley
forced to live in.
Chaos Report.
I know the American dream works.
It's easier for me to
because
type
my
in
family
sometimes.
The son of a slave became a sharecropper.
And
The son
she
of a
needs
sharecropper
2
became
more
a-
subs,
The son
guys.
of a mason became a
2
truck
more
driver.
subs,
And
not
that son of a
4.
truck
2
driver stands
more.
before you here tonight.
All right,
The
let's go.
nominee from
All
the
right, so I'm going to
party of
drop a
Abraham
link in the
Lincoln,
chat, guys.
90 days away
In
from
all the
becoming
chat.
Michigan's
She needs
first
2 more
governor.
subs, guys. I just looked. Click that link I just shared. It goes to Harley's Chaos Report. She's really cool. I would actually like to have her on one day. Someone wants to go over there and tell her. We could coordinate that. I'd like to have her on after she hits 1,000, which will happen in about 2 seconds. Hit the subscribe link for Harley's Chaos Report. If you are the 1,000th person, please let me know. Please let me know. Yeah, Scuba deserves it. Yeah, Scuba's over at over 500 now, so he'll have the opportunity to become monetized, which is nice. She hit it. Cool. Yeah, she just had 998. So let me go verify. Trust but verify. Sorry, Styles. She has 1,000 subs, so I'm going to drop in her thing.
The American dream is real. To my children, to my nieces and nephews, and to all of yours out there, you were created in the image of God and built for a purpose.
All right.
You are not victims of history. You are the founders.
There you go. I went over there and said it, but there you go.
Not socialism is your birthright.
1,000 subs for her.
Michigan is made for more, and so are you. So tonight, I ask every Michigander, Republican, Democrat, Independent, none of the above, I don't care. Join us. Join us. If you want your children and your grandchildren to build their futures here, join us. If you want your children to stay in Michigan and not necessarily in your basement, your movement is with us.
There you go. She hit 1,000, guys. Good job. Only took us a couple seconds, guys. She would probably hit it tonight without us either way.
This has been
all right, Canna was the 1,000th sub. Yes, perfect. Only took a couple. I know we've been kind of working slowly with her. I think when I started helping her, she was probably close to, I think, like 500 or under 500. I forget. Whatever. Slowly but surely. Pretty nice. And I don't know how long she's been doing the YouTube thing or whatever the case being, but there she goes.
May the Lord bless and keep each and every single one of you. May God bless the great state of Michigan, and God bless the United States of America.
Let's go. Next governor, guys.
Thank you so much.
That's great.
John James seeking higher office. He's the Republican candidate for governor tonight, and he'll face off against Jocelyn Benson in November for that open governor's seat there in the Wolverine state. We're talking Michigan tonight, and 4 other states are holding primaries as well. But the marquee race is the Senate primary on the Democratic side. Abdul El-Sayed versus Haley Stevens. It's a Senate showdown there for
Senate
the
showdown
nomination. 42% of the vote is now in, and Abdul continues to have a lead here. Abdul El-Sayed continues with the lead, around 20,000 votes here. Again, joining us, Jacob Rubashkin, Inside Elections Deputy Editor, Erica Filter, also with us, National Journal and the Hotline National Campaign Correspondent. Erica, sticking with you. What counties are we watching tonight as the results trickle in for this Senate primary? It's slow going.
Definitely, yeah. It seems like it's mostly going to come down to Wayne County. 25% of the vote is in there, but Stevens is up by like 15,000 votes, which is kind of what she needs. She is still down, but El Sayed is teetering around 50%.
There we go.
Which is obviously a close outcome. Stevens needs the Detroit area to kind of pull for her, so Wayne County looks good for her right now.
Oh,
Oakland
shit.
County, she
Yeah, I
has
think
a bit of an advantage.
Stevens
against the
catching
Gale.
up, but the Muslim's going to win. Let's be
El
real,
Sayed
guys.
is currently leading, but there's only about 27% of the vote in, so that may change. El Sayed is going to look good in the Ann Arbor area and kind of the generally the rest of the state. Stevens is really banking on the population in Detroit and the kind of black voters in Detroit to support her going forward.
Jacob Rubashkin, would you describe this right now, this contest?
Leaning El Sayed, but Stevens still in the mix. Again, we've only got about 40% of the vote counted. We're still waiting on 60% of the vote. I'll point out right now, Mallory McMorrow's vote share, 3.7%, is basically the delta between Abdul and Haley at this point. I think part of this is early votes, people who cast their votes early, but I think it's always interesting when you've got candidates who drop out and remain on the ballot. At this point, Oakland is about 80% reported. Stevens is up by 3 there. But again, Wayne County, just a quarter of the vote in. Stevens currently leading by 20. She needs a big margin out of there to withstand Abdul's margins in Washtenaw County.
We got
Kent
more
County, which is Grand
Macomb.
Rapids.
Okay, so let's go over to Macomb County. And this must have been election day vote that we got out of Macomb. This was Al Sayed friendly election day vote.
Yeah, he wins that one a little bit. There was also a Kent update that he won a little bit more.
Okay, let's go through both of those. So Macomb County, again, big suburban county, more blue-collar suburban county, north of Detroit here. One of those places that Stevens needs to be winning tonight. The vote that's come in, I believe, has the update that just came in was election day vote, was very friendly to Al Sayed. So Stevens is going to need to do significantly better with what's left here. I do think there's a fair amount of vote by mail that's left here. Adam can check on that. But in the meantime, we had set this up before, what was going on in Kent County, where we are now up, this is Grand Rapids area, we're now up to 2/3 of the vote in Kent. And you can see, if you remember before when you checked in, Stevens was running at about 30. She's moved up to 32. We said there was a lot of vote by mail to come. 2 things about that. When you last checked in, she was actually losing the vote by mail. And we said that's catastrophic for her. That vote by mail that we were looking at the last time you checked in was from the city of Grand Rapids. So that's as friendly an area within Kent as Al Sayed's going to have. So what happened was we've gotten more.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing important, DLP. No rants. But either way, what I was saying is Harley's Chaos Report hit the 1,000.
Landslide margins.
It's kind of a big deal for people
Al-Sayed, we showed
to hit that 1,000. 2 to 3% of channels get to that level and just keep trucking, right?
Here,
I think it's 2 or 3. It could be higher. I forget what it was.
It's not been
but a lot of channels never get there, guys. So it's kind of a big deal. And then from there on out, you just keep on trucking on. So it's kind of dope. Good night for her.
Right, she needs to be in the
August
40s.
4th. She'll remember it. She'll write it on the calendar and be like, hey, August 4th.
Now, there are still some votes to come here. But that vote by mail right now that we're seeing, at least right now, is not trending necessarily as pro-Stevens as we've seen in some other places and as she would need to reach that number. So that's Kent. And again, in Macomb, her number's right now a bit low right there. Did we find out what that was? But Adam is still working on it. Okay. So again, what that means statewide, 44%.
She will keep on trucking on.
3.5. We did. Again, this means we did get another update that just was favorable to Stevens. Where was that from?
That was from Oakland County. That was another 7,000 votes.
Okay. Yeah. So now Oakland. What's been happening here is A lot of this we've seen now is coming in at sort of one municipality at a time.
Slowly
That's what you're
losing
seeing.
the
And
Muslims,
you're
slowly
getting
losing
all types
traction.
of vote
If you haven't
kind
been
of all at
paying
once.
attention.
And now this is
I think actually the
two or
Democrats
three
called this hours
municipalities in a
ago when he was
row
kind of
that have
winning.
reported out here that have
They
been
kind of
friendly
called it like,
to
oh, he's going to
Stevens.
lose
So
traction.
Stevens' margin
Right?
now,
He's
remember,
gonna lose
it's been sitting at
traction.
about 2 points in this county. Now it's ticked up
We
to
know
4
why.
points with these last two that have come in. So
We
again,
know
that's
why.
5/6 of the vote in Oakland County. Now a 4-point advantage for Stevens. And we said she wants to be in the 50s here, in this county. It's a must-win county for her, certainly, but also a county where I think she needs to have some degree of a pad here. And it's interesting because she's now moved this up to 4 points. Can she move that? Can she move that further? We're trying to figure out what the remaining municipalities are there, and if there's the opportunity for her to do that. Because again, what that did statewide was when you came to me, it had gone up to 4 for Al Sayed. That Oakland update knocks it down to 3.5. And anything else big, significant in the last couple minutes?
No.
Those are the most recent.
I feel really bad. I had a
he's
follow-up question for you, but my
dominating
mouth was stuffed
the
full
the
for
Muslim
snacks.
areas as to be
Sorry about that.
expected,
You
right?
covered it handily.
Kind of
You
dominating
covered
them.
it all. We're going to come back to you in just a few minutes.
Appreciate you. You know, Steve was talking about Michigan 7, and this is such an interesting.
Kind of.
Okay. I want to check two things.
This guy's hilarious, guys. If you ever watch
We
this
are getting
guy
our first
with the
results out of
sound off
Washington.
and just
If
watch
you wanna
this
take
guy.
a look over there.
Oh, Cindy. He's pretty damn funny.
Yeah,
Same with that guy
we
from
can
CNN, the
go
numbers
through some
guy.
Oakland.
Fucking
Take a look
hilarious.
at those.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, we have some Oakland.
They're definitely in the back room doing cocaine.
Yeah.
We'll just say that.
So maybe Bloomfield Township is one I think maybe
Definitely doing some drugs.
Okay.
I have Stevens getting 58% in Bloomfield Township.
Okay.
El Sayed getting 39.
You have 58. Okay, wait, let me write these down. 58-39 in Bloomfield Township. We think it's complete.
Yeah. Yes. Or close to
And
it.
okay, Stevens 58-39. The number in Bloomfield Township, there's about 45,000 people here. Okay, so that's bigger than some of these counties that we've been showing you. Okay, so in Bloomfield Township, 58-39 is the Stevens number. The number for Whitmer in 2018 was 56. So Stevens is 2 points north
God, that
of
woman.
Whitmer
I don't even like
in
hearing
this,
her name.
pretty good-sized township
Whitmer.
in
Whitmer.
we're talking about Oakland County right here, okay? Right, remember, 16% of
Whitmer.
the vote statewide is coming out of here. Here's a township about
Just got back from
45,000
dinner.
people.
What up, Art?
And Stevens we think it's complete, and we think she's done a little bit better. Al Sayed, the Al Sayed got 35% here in 18. The combined Al Sayed, Tanadar sort of progressive share here was 44. Okay, so, but 50, this is the number. 56 then, 58 now. An improvement for Whitmer. Where else do we have?
Oak Park.
Okay.
59-38 is what I have for Oak Park.
Okay, I am, full disclosure, I am looking for it. What else do you have while I'm scanning this?
Ferndale, right there.
Okay, now this is
outside of the city.
super progressive. Yeah.
It is super progressive. I have Stevens getting 22% there,
But
and
every
El Sayed
parent
getting
wants a chance
76%
for their
there.
child
Yeah, okay,
to grow
so-
up healthy, happy, and safe. To live in a state where she can get a world-class public education.
liberal
Afford-
education.
Afford to see a doctor.
World
when she
class.
needs one. Get reproductive care because it is her
World
right.
class, guys.
Build a career she loves and live
Art,
in a home
Thursday.
that she can
Sorry, I
afford
never
and
reached
not
out.
have to work
Yeah.
5
Thanks for
jobs in
reminding me.
order to
Thursday.
do
We're
it
going to do
all.
Thursday.
Right?
Thursday.
It is
We'll do
our job
Thursday,
to deliver
probably
that for
7
her
o'clock,
and
I'm
for
thinking.
every person
Maybe
in this
8.
state.
I will
That's
know
what it means to have leaders,
probably 7
a
or 8.
governor
I will
who
let you
works
know.
for the people. I will work for the veteran
But
who
yeah,
deserves
Thursday.
access to the health care they earned. The teachers who dedicate their lives to preparing
And
our
I
children
think
for
we
the
might
future
got
and
some
deserve
couple
pay
people
and more
excited
respect.
coming on for that 4th seat, guys.
For the
Haven't
children
confirmed it, but
whose futures
I have a feeling who it's going
depend
to
on
be.
the work
A rotation
that
of
we
2
do
people that
today.
I'm
Our
going to try to
campaign
have
is
on,
about
guys.
them and all of you. Costs down, wages up, rights protected, end corruption, and build a government
Got to see if
that
they're going to
works
be free.
for all of us.
Hopefully they're free. I know one of them is going to be free. I'm not going to drop any names until, I know for sure.
And again, you all
Probably
know
the day
I'll work with
of
anyone and
Thursday,
everyone
I'll
to get that done, but I'm
when it
also
happens.
unafraid to stand up to anyone who gets
It's a lot more
in
exciting
our
that way.
And this moment demands leaders who will stand up with courage, unafraid to bullies.
Oh, good Lord. Unafraid to
Boy, do I
bullies.
know how to do that.
Oh.
Like when Donald Trump tried to pressure me into turning over your private voting information, I said no, and I'll see you in court. And I won.
And I won.
I want you to know that even if it means sheltering in my home, protecting my son, while people with guns protest on my front lawn,
Get a nice
I am not
cigar
afraid to
and some
stand up
cold
to
beer. Yes,
anyone who
Sam.
would try to take away your rights and freedoms. And that, again, will be the choice facing Michigan's voters this fall. Who does your governor work for? What does she stand for?
And yesterday, guys, anybody that was watching what's going on yesterday,
does she
I got a
fight
lot
for?
of shit today from
The
whatever happened
Republicans have
yesterday with
already
people
shown us
hopping in
their
here.
vision for Michigan.
Pretty
It's
funny,
a vision
guys.
that would raise healthcare costs
I got my
instead of
ass
lowering
chewed
them.
by several
A vision
people.
that would
Well,
allow
we'll say
housing
2
costs to
people that have been
climb
watching this
instead of
probably
fighting
from
to
the
bring them
beginning.
down.
One of them's like,
And a
I will
party
never come
whose
back
leaders
again.
stood with Donald Trump when he
Okay.
tried to overturn a
See
free
you
and fair
later.
election, and instead
Yeah,
of
I don't know
standing
what
with the
that.
people
Yeah,
of
this
Michigan.
lady's
That
batshit
is not the
crazy.
future
I
that
can't even listen to
Michigan
her.
wants or needs.
And I got a lot of shit. They're like, how dare you have
together,
someone so
we're gonna reject
controversial
it
on?
this
It's like,
November.
okay, am I supposed to know like everybody's backstory? Like,
Because the bottom line to me is this: Michigan
I
deserves
guess
a
a lot
governor
of
who
people
answers to the
hate
people, not
Haley,
corporations,
the Haley, not
to the
Harley, the
DeVos
case
family,
report, but
and not
Haley
to Donald
report,
Trump.
Haley out of Portland. A lot of people.
And my friends, I'll just say, Michiganders voted
Yeah,
in this
Abdul's
primary,
moving
which, by the
ahead,
way, is on track to be
trucking
one of the
along.
highest turnout primary elections in state history.
Yeah, they're a special kind of folk.
They voted in this primary because
Special
they are
kind of folk.
asking us to fight for them, to stand up for them, to fix what is broken for them. And I am committed as the next governor of Michigan to make sure we deliver.
I missed this.
But I cannot do it alone. I
It
need
was
your
not
help
too
to
exciting. It
get
was
this
Manny,
done.
Manny being
I'm
Manny
asking
was
you
on.
tonight to knock those doors,
Danny Rebel
make
was
those
on,
calls,
and
talk
Haley
to
was
your
on.
neighbors.
It was
Leave
the
here
four
tonight
of
ready
the 4 of
to
us.
remind people what is at stake
And
what is
it wasn't
possible
anything too
when we come
heated.
together. Let's take tonight's landslide
What's wrong with
victory,
Haley? I just found out about her. I have no clue, bro. I have 0 clue.
and let's deliver another
But
one
her
this fall.
X account just got suspended for violating whatever, whatever, right?
Ask you tonight, as
And
the eyes of the nation
kind of
are
crazy,
on
guys.
Michigan,
Kind of
right?
crazy.
I'm asking you.
And
I'm
it goes
asking
back.
you to
I remember
show
when I
the
removed
nation
mods.
who we are, what
You remember
we
when I
stand
got
for,
rid of
and
all the
who
mods?
we are
There was
fighting
2
for.
people
So I'm
that
gonna
when I
ask you,
removed
like
them,
I
they
asked
took
you in
it so
2018,
personal.
Like I asked you in
I have never
2022,
seen them
Are
back.
you ready to work for democracy? Are you ready
And
to
never
fight
came back.
for
I'm like,
democracy?
oh my god, was that modding that important to you? That
Are
like
you ready to vote
just don't have
for
mods.
democracy?
And then I got a message this morning, like from someone
let's
like,
get
you
it done
really need
and
to
let's
get
go
mods.
win.
Get your
Thank you,
control
guys.
get your channel under wrap, right?
Jocelyn Benson
It's
for
like,
governor.
okay,
She cruised to a
guys,
victory
chill
tonight.
out.
83.8%.
That lady's
of
batshit.
the
I was hoping
vote
she was going to
declared
trip
the
off the
winner by
stage.
the Associated
I was
Press,
looking
and
forward
she
to it.
will face
I was looking
John
forward
James
to it.
in November in the general
Yeah,
election.
it's slowly moving to
She
Washington,
said
obviously.
all the eyes of the nation are on Michigan tonight. Jacob Rubashkin.
Yeah, I mean,
The eyes of the
she's not
nation
wrong,
are on
but,
Michigan.
They weren't watching her primary.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I think
This guy's crunching the numbers, right? Tweaking out. Yeah, mods suck. I agree. And yeah, those the 2 mods, like they never came back. Whatever. And if that's their whole life is being a mod, well, more power to them. They never came back.
Jesus.
And I had one
How many
batshit
votes total
crazy
are
mod,
counted in
guys.
Detroit
This
right
is the main reason why I got rid of mods. Is I found the hidden list of people. There was over 100
This is where it gets a
people
little bit more difficult
hidden
because I don't know exactly
in that
you know,
list
if our,
when I started adding mods, and I only had
what you
mods
see
for
in the board
obviously
is
a short
synced
period
up
of time.
with the county.
I don't know who it
or
was,
synced up
but
with
either way,
what's
I had
seeing in
over
other
100
sources,
people
but
in that
maybe
hidden list. I went and
57,000.
removed every single person. It kind of annoyed the shit out of me because there was probably a dozen people that were pretty regular on the channel that were in there, and I was like, wow, I just not going to have any mods. Don't need them, guys.
39, 54, 54.
Yeah, some people do live to be mods. Yes, it's their life calling. Yeah, and I know channels will do this, like smaller channels.
57,000 votes.
They'll actually mod people to keep those people coming back, and then those people that are mods, what they do is they do a lot of chat engagement. So they want to show like, hey, I have a blue shield, so they talk a lot, and then other people talk to them. So they do get the chat engagement up. Like if I modded like 5 people right now, they'd just be blowing it up. Like, subscribe, nonstop, right? And that creates the engagement. I understand the metrics part of it, but at the end of the day, I ask people not to fucking ban or block anybody unless I ask them to. And someone took it upon themselves to do it to over 100 people. Unacceptable. So I just don't have one. And I will never have mods, guys. Never.
Detroit, right? She's leading it by 40
enjoyed the
points
good
right
show.
now.
Yeah, Mike Hunt. I don't know what the hell is up with that, bro. He didn't like you. He's like, Mike Hunt.
There is much more pre-process absentee. She's winning it, but not as much. So she won't win it by 40.
Doing what was done to you before you started. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I agree. Power tripping, guys. Yeah, I'm not into the power trip shit. And you know what? The way I see it is everybody's kind of equal without mods. Because you get a mods that are they do get the ego trip, and then like
if she could net,
they're out to get you every time they see you.
Votes out of Detroit. When
I am probably the best mod in the world, only because I do absolutely jack shit. All I do, I'm a mod in a couple I'm a mod in Arturo's channel
by
actually.
15,000 right now.
And
so with what's happening in Detroit, where she is, we see it. She's crushing it in the absentee, the vote by mail.
That's your job.
Leading in the election day vote. So again,
and I had 3 mods that I didn't want to get rid of. I'm not going to name them.
With election day vote.
They did a good job at
we said,
showing the messages. I was like, that's all you need to do is hit show. Hit show. That's it, right?
In the
so I don't have
actual
to
election itself, with black voters,
100
Detroit,
people, guys. And you got to keep in mind at that time,
even though
I had probably barely 1,000 subscribers. So
sort of his
blocking 100 people,
losing it right
it's kind of a lot,
he's just not
right?
losing it by
kind
as
of a
much
lot.
As losing
it's like 100 people.
And
these weren't like trolls.
The idea of a landslide for Stevens in Detroit that could net
some people like Mr. Hunt. Some people hate him. I call it a win-win. Yes, I agree.
Something like 30,000 votes.
Yes, Jenny. Jenny's right. Jenny is right. Mod shouldn't be too engaged with the chat. Right, I agree with that 100%.
And so
then they start banning for personal reasons instead of valid reasons. I agree.
There's still a ton of election day vote to come.
It becomes the chat of the mod. And I can name a handful of channels. I'm sure everybody else can. I was the other day about 3 days ago.
Was there a call in Michigan 13?
I was watching Michigan. There we go. What's going on? No, nothing crazy. I was watching a channel, and they were actually talking about something very fascinating. And I'm over here commenting and I'm the only person talking with the channel host guy, right? Yeah, and it's not a political channel. I'm the only one back and forth with this guy. We're having I'm texting, he's responding. Everybody else is sitting there fucking arguing, talking
Stevens'
shit.
ability to get a big number out of there. I think it's coming around.
You guys are boring, bro.
And
you're not there for
get through
the channel. You're there for the chat, which is fine. I think
this is
becoming. But the chat was just so far way over here. Is has nothing to do. If you read the chat, you'd be like, wow, they're talking about ponies and fairy tale shit, right? What share of the vote
do we think Stevens is going to get?
Oh yeah, let me put the number up, guys. I forgot to put the number. So yesterday I had the number up, you guys,
and what plurality is that going to translate
amateur hour? I had it on silent, so everybody was calling. I was getting they said missed call. I'm like, I kept missing call after call. It's because I had it on muted silent.
Places where there are places where she falls short of that.
Anyone wants calling about the elections, the fires in Washington, any topic, actually, I don't care. Call in.
We're trying to figure out where they're going to land in Grand Rapids. She's at 33% with 71% in right now. The wiggle room that she has, when we use that Whitmer benchmark, is Wayne County.
Okay, you drinking, Joe?
Look at Stevens is leading in Wayne
County by 20. Some channels mod everyone. Yes, they do. They do.
The wiggle room. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I have nothing ever good to say about mods.
Sorry, folks.
Not
I'm navigating
talking shit about people that do mod, but in general, I'm against the whole concept.
what we expect for the total vote.
Perez Hilton, didn't he? Yeah, he's bad shit. Absolute bad shit. The world's going mad, guys.
We are back, keeping a close eye on that critical Michigan Senate primary on the Democratic
What up,
side.
Katie?
You're looking at both campaign headquarters here for Abdul El-Sayed, Haley Stevens as well. There's a lot of action, except we can't see it because it's happening as the votes are being tallied.
We can't see it.
We don't know what those results are yet.
I'm waiting for Washington to roll in. I can't. That's what I'm kind of. Obviously, I live in Washington, so
Steve, let's start with
have a little interest in it.
You know where we are statewide in Michigan.
At once,
and you know, I got a flag. Welker is going to be joining us in a second. If it's on an empty seat, she's here. She's walking into the studio. I don't want you to think she left us. I just wanted to flag that. Steve, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, look, statewide in the Democratic primary, we're at half the vote right now. In that margin, again, which is a little bit more just ticked in right there, 3.5 points for El-Sayed over Stevens. I'll tell you what we're trying to figure out right now is how many votes we expect out of the city of Detroit and what kind of plurality we think that Haley Stevens can get out of that. Because the numbers from Stevens out of Detroit so far for her have been really good.
Well,
and I'm just looking at it right now.
It could change,
it's a frustrating thing we can't show you in the board.
Can't really compare Democrat on
county,
Democrat because the voting styles
in
are
Detroit
the same,
right now, Stevens is getting 69% of the vote, and El-Sayed is getting 27% of the vote. Okay, so that translates right now into a plurality of nearly 25,000 votes for Stevens, and there are a lot of votes still to come here. Okay, now. A lot of that, the vote by mail is doing some heavy lifting in that Detroit number I'm giving you right there. Again, that vote by mail.
I have a feeling this Muslim guy is going to take it, guys.
I
just
vote,
do.
though, that has been counted so far, she's winning.
Tiff,
Not by any
1776.
kind of margin,
What's up, hey, y'all?
she's getting the
What's
vote
going
by
down?
mail by.
How are we doing
She is
this
winning
evening?
it. And so we're trying to get a handle here on what we expect the final vote to be out of Detroit and what kind of plurality that could ultimately be for Stevens, right? Because right now she's trailing 27,000 statewide. But if she's romping in Detroit, if that's what ends up happening, okay, and this is a place where
I don't know. I don't know how they're able to think a trend in votes just maintains. Like, oh, he's on 27,000 is not a lot.
It's not going to help
when you consider that almost 700,000 votes are counted and 700,000 more votes need to be counted, right?
That she may be able to do good still with the election day vote there and really get a margin out of Detroit, okay? And could that margin,
let me screen this call real quick.
Could that margin eat into this? What El-Sayed is leading, by statewide right now. Other things that we're looking at, other big sort of places that we're looking right now that loom as key. Genesee County.
Never mind.
Flint is.
Someone called in and they
big piece
breathed a
of
little. Whoever that
of
was, you can call back and I
is going to come out of here.
I heard
this
breathing.
Has, outside of Wayne, this has the second largest concentration of black voters in Michigan. So again, what we're telling you in Detroit, it applies not quite as dramatically, but it applies to Flint and to Genesee County, and we're just kind of getting started there with the vote, 23% that's in. In Saginaw County here, again, there's a substantial, not as much as Flint, certainly not as much as Detroit, but there is a meaningful black population there, especially in a Democratic primary.
Because that really matters for the Democrats.
They're leading
Let's
by
be real,
a
guys.
double-digit margin. Opportunities for
Really
Stevens in
matters.
these places to post pluralities that could really eat into what you're seeing from El-Sayed right there. We're also trying to get a handle on what we've been showing you in a place like Grand Rapids.
Let me
Kent
double
County,
check.
where El-Sayed got huge numbers out of the city of Grand Rapids. That included the vote by mail in Grand Rapids.
So Kansas, Michigan, Missouri, Virginia, Washington,
is kind of
all this
in.
evening.
Her number's sitting at 33%.
Mom's there. Hi, everyone. Can't sleep. I'm devastated about what's going on in my life.
The variable in this,
sorry to hear that.
Really is what she can get out of Detroit and what Wayne ends up looking like at the end of this. And I just say that because, pull it back up there. This is what the county looks like, what Wayne County looks like right now, Detroit and everything else that's been counted so far. And you can see the advantage she's getting there. And to put that in some context, right? We keep talking about this Gretchen Whitmer when she was elected in 2018.
God, I can't stand that woman. I don't even like hearing her voice,
won the
guys.
Democratic primary in 2018. She got 44% of the vote in Wayne, right? And you see where Stevens is running with that right now. And again, Wayne is, go blue in the face saying it's 1/5 of the vote statewide. So that kind of a difference when we're using Whitmer as kind of a benchmark here for Stevens, and we're saying she's hitting it in this county.
Red eye
she's
alien. What's going on
in this county? She's just, maybe Kent, she's not so much. We'll see. But if you're getting anything like this, right, in a county,
does anybody know how to deal with a catnapper? Like stealing a cat?
As they say at the horse track, that forgives a lot of sins. And so that's, I mean, it's we're trying to. We're trying to get that the Detroit thing. We're working on it. We want to get a handle on that. But I said, whenever it was,
other than chipping them, but that doesn't do anything.
A bunch of other things could kind of connect for Stevens,
unless they,
and come into focus,
obviously get
it really
lost.
could come down to Wayne. And
I don't know. That's a good question.
To Detroit, and I'm looking at this and seeing that opportunity for her.
So, Steve, I know you don't have a crystal ball, but based on how much we have out of Wayne right now, what do you think it looks like in terms of when you will have enough to have an even clearer picture?
That's the thing I know least, because
want to call the cops? Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And full of disappointments, right, in terms of the timing. Again, what's in my mind, 2024
that's
Democratic
not a bad
primary,
idea, Joe.
5 a.m.
Yeah. So many I've seen him in the damn.
Okay, that's a good reality.
But I will tell you, though, the general election in 24, a more complicated election,
so
they got done by 3. So maybe,
Is it?
You like seen the cat in someone else's house or some shit, like peeking out the window, like meowing and shit, or
the numbers that she has is about. Earlier, I think it was.
What state are you in?
More than the gap between Abdul Assad and Haley Stevens.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. 46-4, 49-9. It's 3-5, and it's 3-7.
Yeah, the cops usually don't do stuff because it's civil matter.
Vote by mail. Folks who
they are being
voted
racist.
early. I think
they're like, in this area, there's black folk. Maybe we'll pull some more
county
votes.
where she's getting double digits in the vote by mail.
Yeah. We also have put up a graphic, I think we did it a couple minutes ago, but of incumbents who are facing primary challenges. And there's an outstanding one in Michigan in the 13th district. Can you take us there, Steve? This is Shri Tanadar, obviously the incumbent here, up against Donovan McKinney. Again, establishment versus progressive. This is that graphic. Also an age story, I think a generational story.
Gosh,
I think Tanadar is 71,
Let me
McKinney's
mute
34.
for a second, guys.
What's going on in that district? Because that's also a story of let's wait on Wayne County, right?
Yeah, Wayne and Detroit. And so what you see is, remember, we got that big batch of vote by mail in Detroit that Stevens did so well in the Senate race. It helped Tanadar, the embattled incumbent here, who in the initial votes that had come in this district was trailing. That vote by mail batch from Detroit helped him. It put him ahead of Donovan McKinney. The challenge for Tanadar here is that a lot of what's left here, largely what's left here in Detroit, is going to be.
What's going on? We got someone live, guys. Let me mute this so we can hear everything you're saying.
We've seen those DSA
go ahead. So you said you
candidates
voted.
Yeah, my name's Sam. I'm from Macomb County, Michigan, and I voted for John James today.
John James, how is he doing?
He's in the lead so far. I voted John James. I work in the service industry, and I had the pleasure of serving John James one day. And I'm voting John James for no tax on tips.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what we need to do. I know at the federal level, they're doing it. And it's now the states, some states like, well, hey, we're going to try to recapture that money, right? So, states are going like, hey, and some states already had it too, right? So more money in your pocket's good, right? That's John James, projected winner. There we go. John James, yeah. I would love to see him be the governor, especially if you think about your past governor and all the issues. Remember the whole, some people say it's a conspiracy, but the alleged kidnapping and all that craziness, right? It was just crazy.
Oh, yes. And it was all for votes.
Oh, yeah, it was for political power. So what do you think when it gets to, obviously he's projected to win. What do you think's going to happen in the general election? What do you think, what are you seeing? You seeing a lot of his political signs, people tired of the Democrats? What do you think's going to happen there?
I think that there needs to be a lot more groundwork.
Kind of we'll see situation. Yeah, well, I hope John James wins. I would love to see Michigan get, obviously, a Republican governor.
Yeah, that's what we're rooting for.
Yeah, you guys really need it because there's a lot of crazy shit going on right now in that state, right? There's a lot of and tax on tips is probably just one minor little thing on the whole list of problems going on, right?
Yeah, big Muslim issue.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, but I didn't. I let you say it, right there. Yeah, and that's not even in Dearborn. It's kind of everywhere happening, and they're building their mosque. And I watched a video yesterday, actually, from Michigan. It was a little city somewhere, and it was a grocery store. It was like you walked into.
Dearborn.
No, this was outside of Dearborn. This was another little city somewhere in Michigan. Yeah, I know Dearborn has their communities and areas, but it was another city somewhere. And it was like walking into like some Muslim country. It was like, oh my God, it's like a little bodega or something. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely everywhere, and it needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I agree. Anything else?
John James going to do.
I hope he wins. Anything else you want to add?
Oh, we love your show, that's for sure. We enjoy watching you.
Well, I enjoy having you, and I appreciate you supporting the channel and everything. I appreciate it. We're kind of moving up. I don't know how long you've been watching, but we're slowly getting better and better. But I appreciate the support, watching all that. But yeah, if you want to call in again on anything.
I'm sending your link to all my friends.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And if you want to call in again, definitely do so. But appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Have a great night.
And maybe another Wayne update just came in as well.
There you guys go. First caller of the night.
Detroit.
Steve, we're told there's been a
first caller of the night, guys.
Detroit ballots that have just come in. We've been waiting for some of these. No,
there we go. Finally.
Was that to me? Did Adam say it wasn't?
No, sorry. You're picking up on our ongoing. I apologize.
Okay, my bad. Stress.
Yeah, no, we did. We just got a bunch more from Detroit, and I'm looking at the Detroit results right here. That's why I'm kind of leaning over here. But we've got, we're getting close to done in Detroit right now. We got a big batch there, about 20,000 of the election day vote. And Stevens, 62 in Detroit citywide, 62% for Stevens, 34% for Al Sayed. So a 28-point margin for her. But she might have just that might be about it for Detroit. I'm hesitating because that number is low. Their turnout in 2018, a lower interest primary statewide, was higher. It was 93,000. That adds up to about 85,000. So that's lower, even substantially lower than back in 2018. Now there'd been talk that hey, Stevens is doing well with the black vote, but was enthusiasm, was turnout, was energy going to be an issue? But that we're just
I got a quick one for you guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this Muslim's going to win, or you think 2 in the chat if you think he's going to get his ass kicked. 1 for the Muslim,
right there, but it's looking
or
at a
2 if he's going to get his ass kicked.
62-34 margin there for Stevens right now. Again, 62% for Stevens. We said when Gretchen Whitmer ran in 2018, she got 36% of the vote out of Detroit. There is still, though, a ton more to come out of Wayne itself. These numbers we've been getting in out of Detroit, as you can see, have moved us. We were sitting there in the 20s. We've moved north of 40% right now. There is a lot more to Wayne than just Detroit. It's 55-42. I don't know if you can see this, but if you wanted to look inside of Wayne County, these are the inner suburbs, the other cities that are in there.
I feel like I'm doing something illegal. This is wow. Seeing Steve's notes, my God.
Probably is illegal, guys.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out which of those, because the political kind of complexion
probably
of those
is
varies
illegal.
dramatically.
If it feels
there
illegal,
are some big
it might
places
just
in there
be
that could
illegal.
be good for Stevens. We've talked about places like Dearborn.
Very possible. It's illegal.
Would be very good for Al Sayed. So that becomes the other question. Wayne at 42%, though, that it really is coming around.
So where are we overall, Steve? What's the statewide look like?
Yeah, there it is. It's been hovering at that 3-point margin or so. This is now a little bit
just hovering there,
inside of 3
guys.
points.
With only 55% of voting, right? It's just following the same trend line, right?
I think it really
we know how that
we
works.
could show you places where, I think this one here, I think Stevens could get something, good out of this for her.
Right.
With more to come. That might be true in Saginaw as well. Oakland, now we're up to 90%. Again, look, now Stevens has done better and better as that vote has come in. These municipalities have come in late in Oakland. Her margin now up to 5 points over Al Sayed. We said she wants to get into the 50s. She has now gotten into the 50s in Oakland County, next door in Macomb County. Look, again, the skew here earlier, I think, was toward a Al-Sayed favorable type of vote, municipality potentially. We still have more than half the vote to come in Macomb. You're starting to see Stevens pick that up a bit. Again, she wants to get about where she is in Oakland, in Macomb as well. So she might, let's see as that remaining half comes in, if that's where it is. But we have so much in, elsewhere in the state right now.
Yeah.
We're now up to 56%. Again, we're at less than half of Wayne. So again, just Wayne itself, if we suddenly got the rest of Wayne County in right now, this 56 would come, we'd be at 70% of the vote in.
All right, Joe. We got Joe online. We are live. What's going on, Joe? What are you thinking?
Okay, so it's only going to be, not every state would have a member of the DSA, right? It would only be certain states. Like, how big is their party?
It's not really a party. It's more of a political organization. It's not quite a full-fledged party per se, but they have candidates they support. So it's like a political pact, right? To where they give money, support, based off their policies, right? So technically, if they support you, you're a socialist in most, kind of thing.
Yeah, well, Sanders is part of it. AOC is part of it.
Right.
I guess there's Al-Sayed's part of it, and there's a couple others.
Oh, there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot. And a lot of it. So what we're seeing is a lot of the candidates are doing really well, or DSA funded or DSA supported, we'll say. And then on the other side, on the Republican side, are obviously mega Donald Trump endorsed, right? So you have one side DSA endorsed, mega endorsed on the other.
See, from what I've heard them say, I mean, the one DSA candidate, I think she was out of New York, she has some really fucked up ideas about taking apart the Senate, taking apart the Supreme Court, the Congress. Maybe she was, I don't know, she had other fantastical ideas, which will never happen.
Yeah, I agree. Even though they're far-fetched, they won't happen. But the idea that people are voting those people in, it just starts incrementally, right? And yeah, I don't think anything that, I forget the name of the person you're talking about, but just the mere fact that they got support and they have a potential to get an elective office. It starts with one, it starts with two, then many, and then several, right? Remember when Bernie Sanders was the outlier? He was the only guy, the independent, right? And now look at him. There's more people like him, right? Joining. And so on AOC now, you had other people. You have the squad, right? So it's becoming a trend. And we're seeing it, like I was saying earlier, in our country, we're seeing a trend towards a potential for a third party manifesting. And I think, and I've said this for years, especially during the Tea Party time, because that was kind of the rise of the socialists too. They have more of a political party that's manifesting eventually rather than a political movement. I mean, it is a movement, don't get me wrong, but
Is the DSA like a reverse MAGA?
I wouldn't say it's reverse. They're just socialists. They're very anti-America.
You know what I mean? A movement that came out of nowhere and kind of took over the party.
Yeah, I would say they're probably a response, a heavy response to Trump, if you will. Not that they didn't exist. I think it's just people hate Trump so much that they're looking anywhere to anything, any other political organization or thing, right? That just not Trump, right? And not, whatever he stands for. And that's kind of what we're seeing.
People think that the Democrats can't do it on their own, so they have to. It's almost like.
Yeah, that's true.
After 2008, in 2012, the Republicans were in pretty bad shape. And they had to run somebody, and they went through the primaries, but they ran with Trump, who was kind of most of his life a Democrat, or said he was a Democrat. He became the candidate, but he was the napalm solution for a candidate.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. And I agree with the whole characterization on Trump, okay? Because Trump, if you followed him, he has been more of a centrist, kind of left-leaning centrist, right? He's not been a left-winger, I wouldn't say. But he's definitely center. His father was a John Bircher. I don't know if you're familiar with what the Birchers are, but very conservative, ultra-conservative, far-right. So he kind of had that right-leaning tendency that he grew up being around and kind of exposed a lot of those ideas. But yeah, he's kind of always been center, slightly left, and sometimes, and I think a lot of it too, because of where he was, where he lived, New York, he probably leaned that way too, because it obviously economically benefited him to represent himself as a liberal rather than being a conservative or a right winger, especially in New York.
He's always been the 1%.
Yeah, and I don't think that would affect it, but I know it probably had something to do with it. But at the end of the day, I think the Republican Party in general, people in the country, because you have a lot of people that weren't Republicans either that voted for him. You have to people forget that. A lot of independents and people that don't vote Republican voted for him because they were tired of the political class kind of doing things. And at the beginning of his campaign, there was not a lot of crazy rhetoric.
I don't mean this to sound racist or anything, but they had 8 years of a black guy they didn't like, and they kind of went with the richest old guy they could find.
Don't want to sound racist, but then I'm going to say something racist. Hey, I like that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. In Obama, he is Democrat or socialist. He's not even socialist. I could never sit here and honest with a straight face think that Obama was a socialist in general. Because you got to keep in mind on a lot of his stances, they are like mainstream Democrat. He was, I would say, more of a moderate compare in today's standards. We'll say not when he was running, when his time he was kind of left, right? But today, by standards, if he were to rerun, he would be a very moderate Democrat. And if you go back to 2016 with what happened in the Democrat Party, and this was the main shakeup that might have got Trump elected, was because remember Bernie Sanders, he was at the top of everything, and I had a feeling that he was going to win it. And what did the Democrat Party do? They went and pulled super delegates. They did all this fancy bullshit.
I remember that convention.
Yeah.
Where he came on stage and he gave his delegates to her.
Yeah.
He was like,
he didn't want to do that. He was strong-armed. Yeah. So the Democrats stole the election, or not the election. They stole the delegate, the nomination from Bernie Sanders. And I firmly believe, I don't care what anybody says, I do think Bernie Sanders would have whooped Trump's ass just by the political, the Bernie bros and the people that are part of it. All those people, you know what they did? The vast majority of them, they did not vote. They did not vote.
Well, the same young people that were with Bernie is kind of the same demographic that is with Trump now. I mean, he owns males 35 and below.
Oh, yeah.
Even higher than that. Yeah, he owns it. You're not going to crack that. And I don't know.
And you're seeing, obviously, Trump's getting old, right? He is getting old. So, I mean, he is getting very old.
He's going to be older than Biden was when he left office.
Yeah.
When he ends his term.
He is getting old, and the realization that, there's a potential he could croak in office, guys. I mean, that's not a far-fetched thinking and possibility, I mean, he's at the age in which a lot of people in his family kind of, that happened in natural death, right? And not to say that I wish that, but it's definitely a possibility. But he's getting old, and in the party or the movement in general will I think if he doesn't, he'll obviously continue being part of it.
I just think J.D. Vance lacks something. And this is not me picking him apart because he is who he is. I just think he lacks something to be president.
Well,
I think Marco Rubio is better.
Yeah, I could tell you this. Sharp telling, what up? I could tell you this about Vance. I've never really liked him from the get-go. We used to call him frat boy. Yeah, I read his book too. We called him frat boy, and his wife is a super liberal, very liberal woman, very, very Hillary supporter, very far left, which doesn't mean he doesn't have to be, but he's kind of a centralist, center, maybe right of left. I consider him more Democrat, and he's becoming more conservative. As
he called Donald Trump a Nazi in 2016.
Yeah, I mean, they do all kinds of shit in politics. I don't really hold that against. People say all kinds of shit. Remember
no, but it's just like absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
I don't know any other Republicans out there that could run for president.
I don't know either. I would like to see. There's that gal out of Texas that's awesome. There's that gal out of Florida that's awesome. I like Byron Donalds, but he's obviously geared towards being governor.
He rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. He's like the anti-Obama.
Yeah, well, he's super conservative and aggressive. But yeah, I don't know. But we know the Democrats got kind of people on the ticket or kind of in mind as to who they're going to run, right?
So I just think, and it's nothing against your party or the people here and the people I talk with and everything else. I just think it's going to be at least one term Democrat.
Well, we'll see, Joe. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Anything else you want to add?
I just don't see how you turn this around. There's still a lot of supporters for him, but all they had to do to win Democrat-wise is just crack the base a little bit, and I think it's cracked.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you about 60% of the things you say, and the other 40% I certainly disagree with. But
yeah, I'm full of shit.
Well, you're also a Canadian, and you kind of don't know the full picture, bro. But either way, Joe, appreciate you calling in.
I watch every.
I know you do. You're on our nuts swinging like no one would ever know. But
you watch Canadian TV.
I never watch Canadian. I could care less of what's going on in Canada until we conquer you sons of bitches.
I know that's typical American stuff.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna take the maple and kick out you guys and send the illegals back to where they belong.
The kids always say, "Does the Americans care what's going on?" And we're like, they don't even give a fuck. We're up here.
Yeah, we're just, you guys keep the land nice and secure with your green thinking, and don't burn down the forests because we're coming for it.
We're doing all the forestry and everything, but
Well, you keep taking care of our raw resources. We appreciate that. We really do, because the time will come.
The rare earth minerals.
No, yeah, just keep them safeguarded. Don't mine them. None of that shit. I agree. You guys keep doing what you're doing. We'll be all right.
I'm already passing out pamphlets. Unfiltered's going to be the mayor of some major Canadian city.
Hey, there you go. Maybe you should run, Joe. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Joe. Call in again. I don't mind if you call in again, but
Tommy's in the chat.
All right.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. I'm going to answer this call real quick. All right, Joe. Talk again. All right, there we guys go. What up, Tommy? What up, bro? We have
the risk, I think,
always
for Stevens. If Detroit is
how
complete,
we doing, bro?
Did she
Saw
get
you
her
in
best
there.
number? And is that due to come south now?
We are just
with
catching
what's-
up
with
on the
what's left
election
there?
sheet.
Because I think when you go through these, when you go through these townships, when you go through these municipalities,
chilling, bro.
in
Anybody
Wayne
that wants to
County, and
call
just
in,
look
the
at what
line is open. Got Joe finally off the line.
where-
2 people tried to call in
where
while I was on the
Whitmer-
phone with them. It is
you
open.
don't see, Southgate. I'm just looking here where Whitmer won big.
From the river
or
to the
won by
sea,
any kind of,
trans women
Sumter,
stand to pee.
10,000
Yes, they
population.
do. Last I checked. Unless they're really weird and they like to piss sitting down. You fixed the motorcycle. I saw a picture. You're like, oh, I was like, holy fuck.
They're going to come to us.
UFO, what up? Was that like the ignition switch or some shit it looked like? I just saw the picture. I'm like, fuck.
They want to go through.
Hopefully you know how to hotwire a motorcycle, right?
8 in the Republican primary there.
Okay.
The Trump.
You could probably find a
candidate
video on the
is
internet of how to
fallen
hotwire
into, or
anything,
is in
right?
second place right now, and a candidate that was. not
I'll tell you
endorsing
guys a little
weapons
story.
is
Back in the day
leading.
when we used to like taking cars that didn't belong to us. We'd go to the junkyard and learn everything you needed to know about an ignition. I would just tell you that, guys. Got it running and went for a great ride. Yeah, it was the ignition. They look like the ignition. 4 or 5 wires.
Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, that's fun. I need to get a bike, bro. I really need to get a bike. I've been in up here in Washington the last 9 years now. I need to get a bike. I've been talking about it. I need to get one.
Sure.
I need to get
I'm just
a
catching
bike,
up on
bro.
this one.
Because I live in a badass area. It's all beautiful, especially in the summer. Just cruising through here, it's badass.
On this Michigan 8 race.
Yeah, we had the older folks always taught you the ropes, taught you how to make jigglers, and
Hassan
the good
endorsed
old
by
days.
Trump right here. Obviously, you could see
Then
what a
you went to the
surprise is we
junkyard to
don't
really
have a
perfect
picture
your
in
craft.
in our system.
Wow.
For Smith in this race. Now, 45%. Let's just kind of go through.
Yeah, I definitely need to
where
get
this
one.
is coming from. This is a completed county right
I
here.
had
the
a
Bay
couple
City
bikes
is, and
back in
Hassan
Arizona.
Gets,
They're fun.
gets
Hell of a lot of
crushed right
fun.
there in
Hell of a lot of
Midland
fun.
County. We got half the vote in, and that's running about even right now.
Hell of a lot
Saginaw,
of fun.
Smith is way up in Genesee County. It's consistent. I mean, you're seeing it across all 4, all 4 counties right here. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
one. This one kind
Jigglers,
of blindsided
yeah.
us
Everybody
tonight
knows the little
with the
jigglers, bro.
Senate going on. So yeah.
Can I ask you? Let's speak about.
And if you couldn't get the car,
let's go to that here.
there was always a tow truck
about
somewhere
Steve,
you
I know
can
were
definitely
talking
get
about
and go
that
just.
a second ago.
Yeah.
You had to learn how to operate the tow
Detroit
truck.
in on Wayne County. Where
good old
else is
days.
Stevens looking at? Like, walk through what that looks like here for her in this critical county that we've been watching.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm starting to
Thursdays
see
was
here
our
as we take a
days.
closer look. So Wayne County now
You
ticking
had
up
to
to
watch
about,
your car around us on Thursdays.
And I mean, this is close to 50%.
Thirsty
if there's
Thursdays.
Detroit vote left, I don't think it's too much. It does not look like there's much left. So when you looked at this, when you look at Wayne County,
butter
the
knives.
best
Yeah, bro.
opportunity for
That's funny.
Stevens to go big was in Detroit.
I was a master of
So
making them out of
if you're
the
outside
metal
Detroit
nail
now,
files.
we
Not
were
for
just
every
looking at
car.
this,
They didn't work for,
a
but
minute ago she was leading the countywide vote by
butter
13.
knife was like
It's now come
for
down, as you can see, by 8.5
certain cars.
points.
I forget these days. I'm sure
you
I
know,
could figure it out if I
how
needed
much
to.
more if you froze it here at about this with the vote that's left.
Yeah,
you know, she might
we
get an
figured
additional
out
plurality
how
of
to
about
use the old
15,000
screw
votes
into the
out of
thing
Wayne.
and
That might be
the
being
dent puller.
generous, but you could see if she did that, that would cut in half the outside margin here.
Jeep Cherokees
But
with
then
just
the
a
question
flathead
is, where
screwdriver.
else is she getting
Anything
it
with a
from?
tilt column.
Would she get that from? Where
Yeah,
would she
there
make
were no-
that up? I mean, there
yeah.
are still a lot
Never
of
owned
votes
one of those
that are
older
left to come
cars,
here, like
guys.
we're saying in Saginaw and in Flint. We're getting more out of Flint. You know, if she's out of Flint, out of Genesee. But again, if she's running at this, if she's winning Genesee at this margin,
they
not getting a substantial
Yeah, and especially older
double-digit margin out
Fords.
of it. You know, that's
The
not going to
old
translate
square-headed
into.
Fords.
That's going to translate with what's left into an additional 3,000
Yeah, you could
votes
basically
or so,
go through
plurality
a
of
ring
about
of them. We'd have those
3,000
big
more
ass
votes.
rings. Just have a
we were
bunch.
just going through completed
Maybe like
counties.
30
There are,
keys on it, and you could
there are a
eventually
couple
find one
places
that
where
will work.
I think she's clearly hit. They're not huge, but they're noteworthy.
Yeah,
where she's hit,
exactly.
I think what a benchmark
Sometimes
would be
the doors
for her.
are harder to
There are
get
a number
at
of other places
than
though
the
where it looks
actual
like she's
ignition.
falling,
You know why
just
that
a little
is?
bit short of it.
Kind of weird.
And maybe in need
You'd
of
think
something
the
a little
ignition
bit
would be
bigger
the
than
harder
she's
part.
currently getting out of Wayne County. Again, this is one of those places. I'm looking at Kent County here, where Grand Rapids is. 85% is in right now. She's sitting at 34%. We talked about Washtenaw County. Now we're up to almost 80% of the vote right there. Ann Arbor. One thing is, as we say, that last thing that
you never
gets
want the tilt
counted
column
there,
on anything,
we think
guys.
in Washtenaw would be
No,
the
we
vote
used
by
to
mail
use the
from
crafty
Ann
shit
Arbor.
before. I mean, I'm
Could
sure
that
they
be
had it,
a
but we used
boost for her right there.
the wedge in the top corner of the window.
Wayne is in right now?
Put a gap in
we
it,
think
and you
about
just run a.
We're at 48%. So we
Unlock.
think the vote that's left in Wayne, I can give you a number because we did just get more right there. Yeah, we think there's about 160,000
Yeah, the driver door's always-
votes, that are left in
And
Wayne
what's
County,
funny
right? So I mean, you could just see how that
is you
math would
always
work.
check to
If
see if
there's
the car
100 and-
is unlocked.
Yeah, if there's 160,000
Always
votes
check to
that are
see
left
if
in
the
Wayne
car
County,
was
right?
unlocked.
She's leading right now by 8.5 points. So
'Cause it's
generously,
funny.
if you
I
said
seen a buddy
she
of
wins
mine
Wayne by 10 points.
Go
what
and
would that be?
lock
That
the
would be a
car. I'm like, bro,
plurality
left is
of
locked, right is
16,000
whatever it
votes.
was,
That
right?
might
I'm
be
like, you
generous
just
right
locked
now,
the car.
But if you apply 16,000 votes to the
Always check
deficit
the
that she
handles.
faces statewide right now, that leaves Al Sayed still up by 12,000. And then we're saying, okay, look, a
Yeah,
prime
I
opportunity
carry
for
around
Stevens
in
on this map
my
coming
main
right here,
truck,
like in Genesee County,
a whole
where
thing. I
Flint
can
is.
get into
Well,
just
with
about
the
any
numbers
vehicle.
she's
So I
getting
see
right
someone,
there,
like,
what,
trying
if she
to
nets
get
an
into their
additional
car,
3,000
I'll help them
out of
break
what she's
into
getting
it.
right now. Maybe she knocks that down to
People are
9,000. I'm giving
they
you
shit
kind
their
of good
pants
places
on
right
how
here.
fast
I'm
you
giving
can get
maybe
into a
an
car. I can
optimistic
get into
number
a
for her
car
out of Wayne.
in record
She
time.
is still, there's not a ton
Record
to
time.
come, but she
Not
is,
even breaking
she's
a window.
been closing strong. With
Shit,
what
I could
we've
even
had,
remove the
in
window on
Oakland
certain
County.
cars, the
She has an
quarter window
opportunity, I
on
think,
some
with
cars.
what's left in Macomb County.
I can remove
A
the
tough one to
piece
get
of
a handle
glass.
on right here.
Not all cars.
But again,
There's a handful of them. Mostly
Kent County,
GMs.
we did just get a little bit more of an update there. Now she's at 34.5.
You can remove the glass, take it out,
trying to
and
get,
then
I think
get in
that's
the
where you're
car,
trying to
and
get
then
over 40%
here's your window, go
of
have
her.
it put back in.
We got completed, Ottawa County. I can tell you something about this. This is decent size. This is where Holland, Michigan is. And give you some benchmarks that we established.
The Madison
here,
Tiefers
loose
got their asses
benchmarks
handed to them. Did
for,
they?
for
I
Ottawa
had some
County.
videos. I was going
Gretchen
to play them and go over
Whitmer,
that, but I was like,
2018,
I
we've
wasn't
been
going to
saying,
stream today, guys. So I was
pretty
like,
good
whatever.
amount.
We'll do
What
the
did
election
Whitmer get
thing.
here?
But
She
if
got
you send me on X,
right? Stevens sitting
Kevin,
at
something
40.
with the
What did
teacher
Joe
stuff.
Biden
I don't
get?
have to
You
look it
know,
up.
he
I'll
got
look at it. I'll
51.
play it. How about
Stevens
that?
sitting at 40. You know, we think this might be it in Ottawa County. Okay, so those are the kinds of things she's trying to compensate for here, and the place.
Yeah, I
to
had a buddy
compensate
of
for it
mine
is Wayne County.
His name was Danny Boy. Danny Boy
you know,
was his name back in
with
Phoenix.
about half the vote in. And
This
a
guy
lot of
every
Detroit.
week had a new car.
Hey, Steve, in
every
Washtenaw,
week, new car.
Ann Arbor,
really nice cars.
home of Ann Arbor,
But he was
University of
crafty.
Michigan,
He would
Eastern
have the
Michigan,
actual
go
keys.
Eagles. Only Eagles I'll cheer
I don't
for.
know how he'd always do it, but sometimes I know how to do it. But either way, he'd have the key to the car. So when you have the key to the car, it kind of
who aren't back on campus yet.
puts you in a different realm of nicer cars, right? Like the Cadillacs and
say again,
whatever, right?
Wouldn't that vote by mail and out of Ann Arbor? Wouldn't you think that
5 a.m. they clean them out, really. Yeah, I seen a video, and then they're like walking in fucking circles, crosswalk, walking in circles. Like 20 of these
who sends them
idiots.
You know, but in a
like
college
it's all over,
town,
guys.
right?
It's
like,
all over.
Like Ann Arbor, where the population, the adult population, is so liberal, I think, too, along with the younger population. You know, it raises the question. I don't expect to see the kind of disparity there that we've seen elsewhere. But I think, you know, I think it's worth noting she's done the best with vote by mail. And that has recently.
I don't know if he's the mayor. Is he the mayor of Dearborn?
But the idea that she's going to be winning that vote by mail by 50 points.
The name does sound familiar. I don't know shit about Dearborn other than it's a Muslim
Steve,
fucking
in
stronghold.
the 40 seconds we have left, is now a good time to
That's the only thing I know about it.
2028 primaries? Well,
the only thing I know about it.
They might be started by the time Wayne.
They only arrested 20. Damn, I would like to see a lot more than 20 arrested.
Like tradition we have here, one last word or
McCain,
final thought
projected winner in Michigan.
Steve, to you, quickly.
Look, I mean,
House floor.
Stevens has made this a game tnight. She's gotten closer, I think, than a lot of people thought she was going to get. But that elusive final step for her, we'll see if that proves to be elusive for her.
Ryan.
Over 1 million Democratic votes in Michigan. Democratic enthusiasm, whether
now
it's
my palms are
progressive or
sweating thinking
moderate,
about
is
it now,
sky
guys.
high.
Republicans are showing.
We used to get a rush out of it.
They want to
We used to-
disqualify
oh
Democrats.
man, I could tell you guys stories for days,
We're
but
looking at a big challenge for Democrats.
good old days.
Okay, thanks. I'm comparing notes with Adam again. He's been writing furiously there.
10 when JFK was, damn, holy shit. 10 years old, wow. That's crazy.
Okay, I think we're.
Yeah, and the whole JFK thing too. We don't have all the documentation. Everything's been released. We still don't know the full picture there.
Here are
you gotta keep in mind, you know,
vote from
Bush Senior,
outside of
his
Detroit,
involvement with other people
Are there
at the
places
time.
here where Stevens does?
There's a lot of shady
strong
shit. I
enough
wish we knew
to
the
beef
full
this number up
scoop
from 52%. Okay,
on what was going on there, guys. I would really like to know.
Outstanding question is here in Genesee
I would
County.
like to know a little more,
home of Flint,
because we
say
don't
there's a
have
large
the
black
full
population
story.
in Genesee County. A lot of that is
And
in
it's
Flint.
at the time
Does
where
Flint
all the
come
people
through
that
in a
may
way
have been
that
involved,
beefs
let's just
this
say if
margin
the
up
government
for
were
Stevens? She
involved
needs
in
that
the
to
whole
happen,
operation
okay?
or the assassination,
Saginaw, we've got more, okay,
a
I
lot
think
of
we
those
might have
people
gotten
are
the city of
probably
Saginaw
dead and
now. I'm guessing
gone.
we did,
And
because
it's
she's pulled
time
ahead
that
by
our country come
21
clean,
points
and we,
here.
because
I
we
was gonna
all
raise that
have this
question for
suspicion
Saginaw. I don't know if it was already answered
of
there,
who may
but
have
only
done
about
it.
half
You
the
know,
vote
an
is in right
intelligence
there.
service will say, and we
So
kind
those
of
are
everybody
places,
kind of
you know,
leans
she
towards
needs
that theory.
places here where she
And
can
if
make
that's not
big
true,
jumps, big
maybe they could
strides,
clear
in addition to
the idea that that's not the case, right?
You know, Wayne would be one of those places. She needs to. I think,
And why did
pull
we
some
do
big
it?
numbers.
Is also
outside
was
of
it
Detroit. We spent a lot of time
what
talking
reason,
about inside
right?
Detroit.
Like
She
what
needs to
was
pull
the
them outside
reasoning?
Detroit. She needs to
I
pull
would
something
love
big
to
out
know
of a
why.
place like,
I would
out of
certainly
a place
love
like
to know
Flint.
why.
I think Saginaw, it's not as big, but it's
just
not
crazy.
insubstantial.
Absolutely
We
crazy.
have the
Heavy,
wild
what's up,
card.
bro?
I keep pressing the wrong county. We have the wild card of the late vote by mail.
We are
in
officially
Ann Arbor.
transient
You just
mega
heard that
bonds
conversation.
now.
I think with Garrett.
Yeah.
I think he's right.
What up,
I mean,
CC?
it's
CD.
It's in a super liberal college town like that, where Al Sayed already did extremely
Appreciate
well
that, Heavy.
in
With
2018
what was
when he
I saw
ran,
something
you know, I
with
think
the hundo. Thank
in
you.
theory, a big chunk of late vote by mail.
Yeah,
would
he
be good
was.
would
We
be
don't know how many
really
times at the
encouraging
end of
for
the day,
Stevens.
how
That
many
might not
times
be
he
the
was
place
shot or
where you wanna
anything.
see that.
In general,
Same time. There's
we
still
really
a big
don't.
chunk of vote to come here. This becomes a
We
problem.
don't
for
have the
Stevens,
full picture, and there's a lot of
because you can see how well
conspiracies.
Al
I'm
Sayed
not
is
going to
doing
waste
here.
the time
It's not a surprise he's doing this well.
going to what I think
here.
happened
We
right
kinda
now.
knew this
Maybe
was
another day
coming.
we could cover
As
it,
we're
but
Lansing, this is where
and maybe
East
have a
Lansing
discussion
is.
about the
But again,
JFK
there's
thing,
still a
because
lot
it's
of
pretty
vote to come right
fascinating,
there.
guys.
There might be,
It's
as
really
we've seen in these other
fascinating.
counties, a
We came from
more kind of
Arturo and
pro-Stevens
then
flair
Haley,
to it,
and then to you.
But
You mean
overall,
Harley?
the opportunity there for
CD,
Al Sayed
mix up
to get
Harley and
something out
Haley
of it
like
that
I do.
pads
Harley.
his margin,
Haley
and
or
maybe
Harley?
offsets if Stevens is getting gains.
I mix them
from
up.
Genesee
Harley's
to
chaos
Saginaw,
report
from
and then
some of these
Haley's
other
report.
places,
Yeah.
population centers where you got some vote that maybe
Good
he could offset
evening.
it,
What up, Reptile?
here. Where else do we have?
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Sort of substantial outstanding vote here. I just want to kind of look around here.
I maybe one of these days we'll have a show just on JFK, because I know there's a lot of people that probably know a lot more than I know about it, but I have a particular theory
Kalamazoo, we got
that I have on JFK that just will blow people's minds.
Western Michigan University,
pun intended.
We got half the vote. Again, it's in that Western Michigan region. This is where
kind of far-fetched, but we don't know without the complete
2018.
film, right? There's a portion of the I think
there was an expectation that Al Sayed
that's
would
just
do very well
missing
in Kalamazoo. Just to line this
that we
up
don't
with
know about, right?
benchmarks. Yeah, but again, there was certainly the
So
expectation
who knows,
was Al
guys?
Sayed would do well. Whitmer's number here was 48. Remember, she got 52 statewide.
Who knows?
47 was the Biden number in 2020. Stevens, again, the possibility, as we've seen in these other counties, that this is going to tick up. But, this may be kind of a miss for her of her benchmark. We'll see how close she
yeah,
can
the
get
bot
to
is
that.
chimping
But
out,
if
guys.
she's
The bot always chimps out.
really having trouble here in Western Michigan. She's really having trouble in Ottawa County.
Yeah,
Ottawa
Jared.
County.
Yeah,
Really, I
Jared.
think having trouble
Jared,
in
it
Kalamazoo
was funny
County
the other night
and
when
really
Cly
having
was
trouble
on and Art
in
was
Grand
on,
Rapids,
and
in
then
Kent
it was
County,
you that
Grand
hopped in,
Rapids
right?
area. Well, look at this.
The whole time I'm like,
We
who
think
the
that's
fuck
big. We
is
think
this
we're at.
guy?
We think we got
I
the
thought
vote
everybody
in
else knew who you
Kent
were.
County.
I mean, I
Remember,
know
they
who you are
came out
now.
swinging.
After
We got a
the
ton
fact,
early.
it's like name
Took
to
a while.
face. Like
It's midnight.
you probably
We now
said
think
who
we
you
got
are,
it.
but you're in there.
Al
I'm like,
Sayed,
the whole time I'm like, who the fuck is this
obviously
guy?
wins. He gets 62.
I appreciate you being on
benchmarks.
the other night. That was pretty entertaining.
Whitmer was 44. Okay. Biden was 46 in
See,
2020.
Bush
As we say, Hillary
was not just directly involved. He probably orchestrated it. You keep in mind, he was the head director of the CIA, right? At one point, right? He was in on some
We've
things.
shown you counties of varying sizes here tonight, right? Like we've shown you a lot of small ones. In
Yeah,
the UP,
I
where
know
maybe
he
she's
was
missing
involved
by
for
5.
sure.
But to
Appreciate
miss
that with
by
the sparkles.
This much in a
Yeah,
county
he was definitely
this
involved.
big, right? This is like 7% of the vote statewide in a Democratic primary. It comes out of Kent County, and she got beat by that
Yeah,
much.
I like Byron Donalds.
It shows
in
95%
Florida. I think he's
Kent
badass.
County
I
there.
think- I
The
think
Kent
he's
County
the shit.
website does not have all of
I
their
think he's a
vote
heavy hitter.
buckets
Kind of too
as
much of a
fully
heavy
reported,
hitter, so
it's
people don't
possible
like
that.
that.
That expected vote number goes up. And
Thanks for
we
having
still
me.
get some
Yeah,
more
well,
in
we'll have
Kent
you on
County,
again,
but
bro.
We should be, I think.
Everybody seemed to
But
like
then
your
that could also
cat.
be more election day vote.
Yeah,
talked about it a
none of
lot.
their vote modes are in there.
Are you
So
talking
that
about,
would
like, the
include
QAnon?
election day, mail, and early.
So I will tell you
can I
guys
ask,
a
is there
little
any
something
idea
about
on
the
water here?
QAnon thing, right? If that's what you're referring to. Either way, I'm going to talk about
Thank
it.
you.
So one of the highest,
We
one
never,
of the
should we
highest
venture out to Washington?
clearances you can get is a Q clearance,
We've
right?
been on
So
4 hours. I don't know if more
QAnon
folks fired up for the Washington
is a group of
multi-candidate
individuals
primary
that don't
won't
have that clearance. That's
assign
kind of
any
where the
winners to
name,
anything.
Yeah, we
from
do
my
leave
understanding, came from. Is
there are some projected
QAnon,
moving
like they
on,
don't have the clearance. Like,
candidates
Let's take a look.
without going there, right?
And then, but I think
what you call open source research,
just
right?
think anything
kind of thing, where a little
if
high
I
or
can
whatever,
play
right?
teacher
QAnon,
and,
right?
and
That's
give you a suggested assignment.
kind of how I
Anything
think about it.
you can get us.
So yeah, they're probably on the periphery of truth, but they're not.
I think
they don't have the
there's
full,
any
full
path
picture, or don't give out the full
for
picture. That's how I
Stevens
see it.
here.
I could be wrong.
It's to
No one's been able to prove me
post some
otherwise, though.
big numbers and maybe some surprising or unexpected numbers in some parts of Wayne County. Because again, there's
You are
a lot
incorrect.
more to it than Detroit. There's a lot more
Like I
to
said,
it
I
than
don't know.
Detroit and
That's
Dearborn.
just my understanding.
And it's in those.
You could
those
be
other
very
places
well
that
right,
I'm
and I
trying to
could be
get
wrong.
a better handle on. The other thing is,
I've never followed
said I
like
go to
anything
Washington.
that's
I'm
like
gonna try
attached to that group, like
see if I
because
can
it
find
turns
something
like
here.
almost
One
cult-like, to where it's like
second.
everything they say is 100% right. Right? It's like, oh my good lord, here we go, 100%. But yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably wrong. You never
Let's
know.
see if this gives us something.
They know stuff.
I was sometimes, we did this with Detroit. You can go to the city and find it on their website, but that is not the case.
That's why I said one of type of clearance,
case
right?
there. Let me try one other.
One type of clearance. One of the higher types of clearances, right?
This might be
Oh, with the chili. Yeah, there's a bunch of different. You know what's even crazier about clearances, right? A civilian like Bill Cates
this
had
can
a
answer the
pretty
question. Hang on 1 second.
intense ass clearance himself, which is nuts.
We do have
absolutely nuts.
Yeah, we do have a lot of vote from. I'm just looking now in Michigan. We do have a lot of vote from Saginaw. We were trying to figure that out. It's a lot of election day, so absent. No, we've got a lot. We've got a good mix of both. Yep.
You have to have the login,
and then.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok, but yeah, there's I've gotten a lot of TikTok links to what's going on in Madison. It seems like the only people that stream anymore are on TikTok, right?
Oh. Oh, come on.
Let's go with the thumbs up. Appreciate that.
Here it is.
Yeah, it's like one type of clearance, right? There's like, let's say there's A, B, C as an example, right? Not saying that's what it is. Then you have a top clearance, and other clearances and different departments.
I'm trying to get Flint. That's what I'm looking for Flint here. That's what I'm.
Like I said, I could be wrong.
Busy doing.
But that's my understanding of it. No one's ever explained otherwise.
Yeah. We don't have.
Other than this group that we must all fear.
We do not have Flint.
We don't
have anything.
No, thank you.
Flint. So the opportunity.
Not afraid of the big boogeyman, guys.
In Genesee, we were showing you Genesee
Yes,
County.
Michigan never learned, Cheryl. They never learn.
Pretty big piece of real estate.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok.
And we do have some vote
I
right there,
vow
but none
to
of that vote that you're
never,
looking at,
ever
and she is
start a
leading.
TikTok.
Is outside of Flint.
But yeah, I got like 5 links from TikTok, and it's like shit.
I think we
it's kind of
expect her to
everybody
do
is
quite
live streaming
well
on
in
TikTok.
Flint. So
down in
the
Madison.
Opportunity for Stevens in Genesee
Yeah,
County,
I have.
right, where we've got,
if I refresh the links, I can't watch it without logging in, right? Because it goes away or whatever it does.
40,000 votes left.
There's not really anything on YouTube related to. So I could check again. There was kind of like, I'm getting out of here.
There's an opportunity for Stevens, I think, to get out of Genesee a chunk of votes. Yeah, we'd be talking, I don't know, 5,000 plurality of something like that, maybe. But she's chasing 33,000. One other question I have here is, this is where it gets low. When I'm on the air, you say these are the limitations.
Crazy.
Is there a chance?
What's up? Thank you so much for all your support. Yes, Harley.
Good
Good job on the 1,000. I shared your link a bunch. It's like it was like 5 more, 2 more, and then you hit that 1,000. Good job.
We're in. You could see everything that's going on right here.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, right?
I'm taking it to the best I know, which is
August 4th will be a day you remember.
I've seen Stevens do enough to put herself kind of on the edge of this.
These days, Harley,
but
I
not
would love
enough
to have
where
you
I'm
on.
like, well,
not be long.
She's right there.
Have you on the show?
I think there's a couple
talk
of
about
key
whatever topic you want. But yeah, awesome job.
About Saginaw,
1,000. Once you hit 1,000,
and really
kind of a nice
about Macomb,
smooth
and really
sail
about
thereafter.
Wayne. And so what I'm going to try to do here is we got
Smooth
the decision
sailing.
desk. They make the call. Who when these things, how to characterize these races, how to call them. It's a team of data.
If you want your children and your grandchildren to build their future,
What up, Les?
Join us.
Mr. Les
if
Paul.
You want your children
I got a
to
nice
stay
Les
in
Paul.
Michigan
Well,
and not necessarily in
I
your
forgot which
basement,
brand it is.
Your movement is with us.
Well, it's a Les Paul, but I forgot which. There's different ones, right?
This is bigger than any one party. We are all Michiganders.
Nice guitar.
And we're all one nation under God. This future.
I don't know if that's what you're named after or why you have the name. Is it Les Paul related to guitars, Les Paul Jr.?
Help is on the way, and the best is yet to come.
The help is on the way. The cavalry is on the way. Stand by, stand back. Remember that, guys? August 4th was the day my hook got a little squeaky.
May the Lord bless and keep each and every single one of you.
It did.
May God
That's funny.
bless the great state of Michigan, and God bless the United States of America.
Yes, the Gibson Les Paul. The Junior. Are we talking guitars, Les Paul? Are you familiar? You know guitars very well? I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Yeah, the words you net. Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, I never met anybody named Les Paul. Everything's kind of related to the whole guitar. I'll show you mine here in a second. How cringy.
Good evening! Good evening, Michigan!
How cringe.
I am so thrilled to stand before
God bless
you
the Iron
as
Man.
the
They're talking
Democratic
about
Party's nominee
the guy
to
on
be
the
next
ground.
governor of Michigan.
This woman is so cringe.
Thank you. Thank you all for being a part of this moment, for being a part of our team.
She looks
Thank
dirty.
you for placing your trust in me to work for
I
you.
can smell her through
and
the
with
screen,
you
right?
To transform our state. Tonight, the general election begins. Tonight marks our opportunity to grow our coalition to include citizens in every corner of our state who believe, as we do, that the power of the people must always be greater than the people in power. My life's work is about making that promise, that hope, a reality. I carry that hope with me every day as the daughter of public school teachers, the wife of a combat veteran, as the mom of a 10-year-old little boy whose future
That's my
will be
baby right
shaped
here.
by
All
what
black.
we do now together.
Blacked out.
Because that is the question facing voters.
It's a beast.
This fall,
I
my
forgot
friends.
which one it is, but
Who do you want Michigan's leaders
the,
to work for? The people?
2013, whatever. You can tell by the.
Well, you all
Probably
know
can't
who
see
I'll
it,
work
whatever. But it doesn't have, say, Les Paul on it. I forgot which one this is. It's the.
I will work for all of you.
It's a beast,
every
though.
Michigander in this state. Not
Absolute
the highest
beast.
bidder, not corporate interests, not Donald Trump, you. So I'm here
Don't drop
tonight
it.
asking you to work with me to build a government together whose leaders work for the people. A government that saves us time, saves us money, and makes our life easier. A government led by a
Lalo, what up, bro? We thought you got thought you got deported, bro.
who are
Yes, play a little bit of guitar, guys.
to make Michigan a
Maybe if
place
you're lucky, I'll
where
plug it into the
anyone
amp and play
can
a song.
afford to live and thrive. Where childcare is affordable for all.
I like to
where
play the
homes
acoustic,
are
though.
easily built so that teachers and nurses and farmers can afford to live in the communities where they work. Where every Michigander has access to quality
Yeah, it's
health
probably
care
way
and
out of
water
tune. I could
that is
almost
safe
guarantee
to
it.
drink, and air
It's definitely out
that
of
is
tune now
clean
after
to
hitting the
breathe,
wall.
and a public education
Jeez.
system that prepares our
Almost guarantee
children
it's out of
for the
tune.
jobs of the future.
Oh yeah, out of tune.
As the next governor of Michigan, I will work with you
Yeah.
to drive down costs while
Definitely out of tune.
expanding our economy. And yes, I will
These
work
guitars,
with anyone to get that
if
done.
you've ever owned a Gibson,
But I will also be ready to stand
you got to
up to
really know
anyone,
what you're doing.
no matter how
You got to
wealthy
really,
or powerful, who gets in our
really
way.
know what you're doing to play around with
I've
them.
done that
Even
as
changing out the
Secretary of State,
strings
and I'm ready to do it as governor.
is it's an art. It's really an art. There's a lot
I
of different
love this
tunings
state,
that are
and
involved
I
in it.
know when I talk to the single mom in Mesquite,
And I've kept
who
it the
has
way
to
I've
decide
had it since I've gotten it. Just because
who
it
has
was
to
done by
decide
someone
whether to
else
eat
and it
or
was done
pay
right.
rent.
Set it and forget it. I mean,
Or when
obviously you got to
sit down
tune
with seniors in
it
Warren
every time you
who are
play it or in
anxious
between.
about
But
paying for medicine on
yeah,
a fixed
it's
income, I know we must do
the
right
kind
by
of Gibson.
them.
I'm not sure. I forget,
Just
but it's
the
the
other day,
one.
I sat down with a new mom and dad right here in
2013
Detroit,
is the model
and I
that they
held their newborn little girl
they
in
didn't
my
put the
arms.
Les Paul on it right here
And I
in
listened
on the
as they
top here.
talked to me
I forgot
about
which one
how
it is. It's like
they
a dark
don't want
brown,
their
full dark
child
brown
to grow
color.
up in poverty.
I forget which model
And
it
as a
is.
mom,
Whatever. You
I
can look
can't
it up by the
stop
serial
thinking about
number.
that conversation about how every
forget which one it
decision
is,
we
though.
make now will shape the world that their little girl and my little
Pretty
boy
much like
and all of
blacked
our
out,
children
kind of. It
will
looks
grow
blacked
up
out,
in.
but it's like a really dark
And in the
brown.
eyes of that little girl's mom and dad, I saw two people who simply wanted what every parent wants, a chance for their child to grow up healthy, happy, and safe. To live in a state where she can get a world-class public
Memphis,
education.
made in Memphis. Really?
Afford
Didn't
to
know
see
that.
a doctor when she needs one. Get reproductive
Did not
care
know
because
that.
it is her right.
It's her rights. Another dingbat, batshit crazy person that we need in government,
She
right?
can afford and not have to work 5 jobs in order to do it all. Right? It is our job to deliver that for her and
crazy.
for every person in this state.
Made in Montana?
That's what it means to have
Really?
leaders, a governor who works for the people.
Haven't been able
I will
to.
work for the veteran who deserves access to
I
the
don't know what
health
the hell
care
you're
they
talking about,
earned. The teachers who dedicate their lives to preparing our children for
Yes,
the future and who
Lalo, call
deserve
in.
pay
There's the
and more
phone number there.
respect. For the children
Call in, Lalo.
whose futures
Phone line is
depend
open,
on the
Mr.
work
Lalo.
that we do today. Our campaign is about them and all of you. Costs down, wages up, rights protected, end corruption, and build a government that works for all of us.
Hey, that's a good thing if Mexicans could afford to live in their country, Lalo. Keep them in fucking Mexico. Let's go. I'm glad the Mexican could afford their shit in Mexico. Keep them there.
Our way. And this moment demands leaders who will stand up with courage, unafraid to bullies. And boy, boy, do I know how to do that.
Lalo was trying to get to
Like
Spain,
when
right?
Donald Trump tried to pressure me into turning over your private voting
Well, Lalo, what
information,
makes
I
a
said
redneck
no,
a redneck
and
is
I'll
they're
see you
usually
in
broke,
court.
Lalo. White people are moving to Mexico?
And
Lalo,
I
you're funny,
won.
bro. Oh my good lord.
I want you to know
Lalo does not realize
that
how funny
even
he is.
if it means sheltering in my home, protecting my son.
Yeah,
while
yeah.
people
Remember
with
the
guns
guy carrying the
protest on my
bike?
front
You
lawn.
seen that, guys?
I am not
The guy
afraid
was
to
carrying the
stand up
fucking
to
bike. I was like,
anyone
wow,
who will
out
try to
of
take away
100,000
your
people
rights and
crossing that
freedoms.
border, he was the one
And
smart
that
guy.
again will be the choice.
One smart guy
facing
had a bike. I'm
Michigan's
like, give
voters
that guy.
this fall.
He'll
Who
be in
does your governor work
mainland
for?
Spain by
What
tomorrow.
does she
He'll figure it out.
stand for?
He'll figure it out, bro.
And who does she fight for? The Republicans have already shown us
Absolutely
their
crazy.
vision for Michigan. It's a vision that would raise healthcare costs instead of lowering them. A vision that
Oh,
would
and
allow
all day
housing
today,
costs
guys.
to
I've been
climb
working on
instead of
building the
fighting
studio
to bring them
out
down.
today, and
a party whose leaders
yeah, guys. I
stood
always
with
try to
Donald
follow
Trump
the
when he
philosophy
tried
of
to overturn
measure
a free
twice,
and fair
cut once,
election
but I was
instead
measuring
of
once,
standing
cutting
with the
5
people of
times today.
Michigan.
I'm
That
like,
is not the future
and you know, a
that Michigan
12-foot
wants or
piece
needs.
tongue and groove. You know, I like to do
And
one
together,
pieces. I don't like to, you
we're
know,
gonna reject
piecemeal it.
this November.
I ruined probably 6 different boards. And I'm kind of
Because the
particular.
bottom
I
line to
have
me is
pieces like a
this:
piece
Michigan
shit
deserves
together.
a governor who answers to the
So I have to go
people, not
all the way
corporations,
back
not to the DeVos
to the Home
family,
Depot
and not to Donald Trump.
for a few boards. Kind of sucks.
And my friends, I'll just say,
Kinda
Michiganders
sucks.
voted in this primary, which, by the way, is on track to be one of the highest
Forget the
turnout
phone
primary
line. Give
elections
Lalo a
in
link. Yes,
state
I will give
history.
Lalo a link. Lalo, I'm going to drop a link in the chat. This is a link to get on the stream. Anybody that wants to click that link can get on here. Click the
To
link.
stand up for
It
them,
is open to
fix what
whomever
is
wants to
broken
drop in,
for
talk
them.
about the election,
And
talk
I am
about the
committed
fires
as
in
the next
Washington.
governor of Michigan to make
Anything
sure
you want.
we deliver. But I cannot do it alone. I need your help to get
Just
this
have a
done.
clean
I'm asking
sounding
you tonight to
mic,
knock those doors,
have something
make those
interesting to
calls,
say.
talk to your neighbors. Leave here tonight ready to remind people what is at stake and what is
Stuff like that.
possible when we come together. Let's take tonight's landslide victory
Landslide victory.
and let's deliver another one this fall. I'm going to ask you tonight, as the eyes of the nation are on Michigan, right? I'm asking you.
Somewhat.
I'm asking you to show the nation.
We're worried
who
about the
we
Muslims
are,
taking
what
over.
we
That's
stand
about it,
for, and
guys.
who we are fighting for. So I'm going to ask you, like I asked you in 2018.
We are
like I
worried
asked you
about
in
the Muslims taking
2022,
over.
Are you ready to work for democracy?
We are super worried.
Are you ready to fight for democracy?
Press 1 for
Are
English,
you ready
please.
to vote for democracy?
Yes, yes.
Well, let's get it done and let's go win. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Cringy. Look at this cringe. So cringy, guys. They're so focused on with Michigan right now, they're not even moving on to all the other things going on, right? It's like Michigan is. This guy. This is the guy that beat Cory Bush, by the way, guys. No better, no worse. Still a crazy Democrat.
You know what? There is a lot of noise that you hear during campaigns.
Here we go. Preach, preach, preach.
There's a lot of chatter. There's national headlines, and everybody has an opinion. But we approach this from a very simple way.
I hope Lalo is around when the general election comes so that all the shit he's been saying, like, oh my God, it was wrong. I was so wrong.
We understand that there's issues happening, and we'll take those issues seriously all over the country, all over the world. But the vision that I see for this place is...
And look at him. He's got himself a wife because he don't fuck around with his own kind. Guaranteed that's his wife. You know the
when we think about
the one on the right's not the wife.
all of the division that we
The Democrats, yes, they are pretty dumb.
that we
Yes, I invited Lalo on. He has the link. Lalo has not just the link, he has the phone
professor, I
number.
used to tell my students all the time, I want you to see me. I want you to see you.
Other than dropouts, yeah, right, CD? Homeschool kids defeat public school kids in every testing metric other than dropout rates. That's fucking funny.
And I'm using that as an anecdote because when I think about this
That is funny.
I see a region that is a sleeping giant. I see a region that has not seen its best days. But it's going to require
The one on the right is mommy. Yeah.
working together.
That's
that
probably
doesn't
true.
mean we agree on every single issue, but it does mean
Yes,
that we care
Lalo, call
about
in. The phone
our
number's right there.
babies here
I will
in
drop
St.
the link for the stream again in the chat just for you, Lalo.
It does mean that we care about our seniors right here in this region. It means that we care about working families that are having to make a decision whether they can fill up the entire tank or skip a meal.
Oh, come on, bro. This guy. Nobody clapped. They're like,
And
what?
so when we think about all that noise that was going on, I got a tremendous group of folks. And we just got to work.
Hey, Lalo, you know what? You could be selling e-bikes here, bro. You're talking to all the people with money, you know, the right-wingers. We're the ones that aren't on Social Security and, you know, maybe some of us are, but we're not on all the SNAP benefits and welfare like, you know, your folks are.
Of our young people is gun violence.
You might be able to get some business here, bro.
Tell me what's happening.
If you had a little bit of smarts in you. Hell, I'll even drop a link in the chat for you.
So
as long as I get a discount too.
I got a few thank yous.
I want one of those nice bikes, bro.
Theta, how you doing?
I think I found Lalo, guys, on his rides that he does in Los Angeles.
And elected officials
I think I found Lalo, guys.
understand how tough this work is. And I want to make sure that we thank them. Do we have some in the room right now?
100,000 bucks off? Exactly. Sign me up, bro. $1,000 less, right?
Who are our labor folks?
Low aptitude, low outcomes.
Folks doing the work, making sure that working families have decent wages, safe working conditions. And the fight that they do is the fight for every single American.
Yeah, remember that, Heavy? We're trying to teach Lalo how to use Grok. We're like, an exclamation. Everybody put an exclamation in the chat for Lalo. He has no clue what an exclamation is. It's this right here, Lalo. Let me put it in the chat for you. Where is it on the keyboard? I gotta find it first. Oh my good lord. Where is the exclamation mark? I don't know where it is on this keyboard.
Listen,
Let me
I
answer
got
this call.
some officers that work with me. And last time we were here 2 years ago, we took a picture and everybody was happy except these two. And I know they doing their job keeping us safe, but just a little smile so we can get one picture. Come on, Clay, you can do it. But those organizers and campaign
Yes, that's an exclamation mark, Lalo.
tremendous work. When we see them, the doors, the
Where the hell is it?
canvassing,
Oh, there it is.
the
Right there,
mailers,
Lalo.
the postcards, but also what we emphasize
What the
to
hell is that?
our folks, anybody that's working with us, you work hard, but you do it with a smile. When someone comes to you and they want to challenge you, you kill them with
Best way
kindness.
to protest is on an e-bike. No kings.
set
Yes,
an
we all
example
agreed on that, Lalo.
of
No
what
kings since
not only
1776.
campaigning, but
Yes.
but
Right.
what
We all agree on
this
that, bro.
life, how
We
we're
could all
supposed
ride
to
our
deal with
e-bikes
each
together
other
and
in
say
life.
no kings because we actually don't have a king. We haven't had one since
I want to thank the
1776,
voters who chose.
which is great. Oh yeah, I'm gonna restart the grok. I don't know why I have to do that every stream. It's kind of annoying.
I can tell you right now,
Start
doing
it
this
real
right here,
quick.
this speech, I don't
There you
have
go.
much written, and this doesn't get old. But there's folks who chose to have their voices heard when there are forces trying to take those voices away from you.
Damn it.
But you
This grok, I
chose
gotta go and
to
like mess
show
around
out,
with the programming again,
show
guys.
out,
It's just
and let
it's like
not
hit or
just the
miss
country,
lately.
but the world
Something
know
in
that
there
we
that
are
it's
here.
not right.
And we are not going away.
Manual deploy.
My staff, so I cannot I can't go through everybody because we'll be here all night, but I got to talk about what I call the three-headed monsters. Our chief of staff, Whitley O'Neill. Where you at, Whitley?
There we go. Now it's live. I don't know why I have to
Let me tell you
restart
something.
it every time, guys.
When I came to D.C., I was experienced in politics. I had served in Ferguson City's council.
So anybody that doesn't know about the grok,
county
if you put an
prosecutor's
exclamation mark
But DC, I
and the
didn't know
word
that
grok
place.
and then ask a question,
And so I
you have
wanted
what
someone
we
who
call mega
understood that
grok.
place, but also understood
Lalo doesn't know how
that
to use
we
it,
were
though.
here to serve our constituents, that we were here to do the
So
work.
exclamation,
And
the
I'm
word
telling
grok,
you, I could not
G-R-O-K,
have been fortunate
ask your
enough to have
question,
a
and mega
stronger
grok
chief
will
of
answer
staff
you.
than this woman right here.
Yeah, I've been wondering that too. Who the fuck is that golf chick, right? I think it's his wife.
And then there's Jordan. We call
Yeah,
her
paid claps. Bring him in. Yes. Yeah, Lalo, you should do a
We call
discount
her
code.
Rich Auntie. That's her nickname.
It should just be UNR, you know.
Comes in
Just
with
do
like 8
UNR.
bags whenever she comes in city office. She got on this campaign shortly
Damn you,
before
Grok.
we announced in the first time around.
Let's see what the hell's going on.
And just sees this
Downloading
this
cache,
responsibility
928.
and just every day just shows up, does the work, and it's just been not only
Service
a tremendous
is live.
campaign, whatever the campaign campaign, man. Really, what it is she's one of the ones. There's a couple of them that call me boss,
Whatever.
but they boss me around all the time. But campaign manager, deputy chief, and just tremendous individual, and we appreciate you.
Oh, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
And then when I decided to get into politics, when I was just thinking about
Yeah, now the grok wants to
running
work.
for office, I went to a person and I asked her what she thought.
Yeah, Lalo needs to make a
I'm
code
telling you,
UNR 60 or
this could've went either way.
UNR something. UNR
If she
76
would've said,
or 1776.
"Nah,
Something,
I probably
Lalo.
would've just
We
shut
need
her
our
down.
special code, bro.
But I'm telling
And
you,
we
if
could
you
sell
know
some
her,
e-bikes, bro. We could
when I
sling some
mentioned
e-bikes.
this, in the car, we sitting in the car,
And then you spend all the
smile
money and it
said,
never comes. Lalo's sitting back collecting all that money.
Rhonda Wilson.
Yeah, that woman is out of place. That's definitely his wife. Or what's up with that woman?
Every campaign I've been involved in, this has been the hardest worker, biggest cheerleader, biggest smile. That's what she does. And you know, there's so many others: Floyd, Ken, Roy, Eric, our
Boy,
DC
Kim,
staff,
and
Eddie,
what the hell is this guy's talking about?
Kate,
This
I'm gonna
point?
start not mentioning people. Nate, you know, just every Chris and just everybody. I can't tell you how hard these people work. And some advice that I got a long time ago is leadership is about picking a good team, Dr. Holmes, you know this, and then letting them do their job. And it was hard early on. But, Aunt John, you were in there too. But, and I'm not going to mention everybody, and I'm sorry, blame it on the head, not the heart. But this team, it's not just about doing the work.
Why do you think of Michigan vote today? Right.
And our DC team, our district team, our campaign team, these people actually care about the work. We take.
Yeah, you see that?
See, while some folks want to talk about issues happening in other places, there was a man who called our office he's living check to check.
Winston, they can
His
burn it
Social
down.
Security check was being shorted several $100s, and that meant a lot to him because he was living, barely making ends meet. He was owed over $4,000, and he had been dealing with this for months, if not longer. And he finally called our office just out of desperation. And we not only got him that increase, but we also got him every single penny of what he was owed. And there's so many other stories like that. So yeah, there's going to be times we disagree on issues, but that never should stop us from doing the work of regular folks. We can disagree over here, but we can still do the work. We can disagree over there, but we can still do the work.
Viva los Estados Unidos. Cabrones. Yes, I agree.
Let me say that one more
Long
time.
live the United States, fuckers. Yes. Lalo, you're part Spaniard.
It is not enough to just say some nice words or look for attention. We got to do the work. And so I'm proud of the fact that when I was Ferguson City Councilman, we brought
Ferguson.
body cameras to every single
That's where this
officer.
guy's
We brought
from.
community
Ferguson.
policing to Ferguson and around the
Ferguson,
County.
guys.
We were able to bring court reform. Remember those debtors' prisons? We worked with a coalition of folks to get that done. When I was county prosecutor, you remember. When I was county prosecutor, we created the first of its kind diversion advisory committee so that we could connect folks with the help that they needed. Low-level nonviolent offenders who were struggling with addiction, they were struggling with mental health.
With addiction, so we need to give them free shit.
4,500
Please, more free
people
shit.
that we were able to get into our programs with the help of folks like Affinia and other programs, the Urban League. We had a 94% success rate.
This was their mayor. Or councilman, sorry, not the mayor.
You sent me to DC to get things done. And what I'll say is when I got there, I'm telling y'all right now.
Has Joe been around? Yes, sir. Joe has been around.
In this room, whose name will not be said, who told us that when we got here as a freshman member.
Yeah, hands up, don't you?
In the minority.
I can't breathe.
That might be, don't call it right now. Looking for their Uber. No, I'm just joking. But they told me.
But he's got himself a white wife, right?
Any legislation passed.
Got himself a pretty white wife.
A freshman member in the minority, it's not happening. Listen, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. I'm used to being on the bottom. I'm used to fighting for everything. I'm a little stubborn. And I'm thinking, you know what? That might be true, but we can still get to work. We co-authored our Gateway Partnership Act. We got obviously our Democratic brothers and sisters and caucus on board. We reached across the aisle. We got some Republicans on board. That bill passed the House. We're one of one or two freshman members that got a bill passed out of the House. Now, here's where it gets better. Just last week, it passed out of committee in the Senate unanimously.
This guy's an idiot.
When that legislation passes, and I'm going to speak it into existence, we will be one of about 25 freshman minority members in the history of Congress.
Yeah, Lalo, that's what we're trying to get at, bro. We don't want to buy anything under $1,000. We want a discount so we can buy the $5,000 bike and get a deal on it, bro. You're not reading between the lines here, Lalo.
St. Louis region, and we have
you have two people potentially to buy a bike. You put aside your
St. Louis and still struggling with
put aside the joint for a second. Pay attention, Lalo.
We were able to get FEMA authorization.
I will buy one right now.
That was not a
right now, Lalo.
By any stretch of the imagination. Let me be clear. Our friends in Maryland have
Big Dave. I haven't heard once anything about lowering the taxes.
Zero in FEMA authorization. Compared to our $1.8
Apple
billion
bottom jeans with the furs.
Damage. California had over $200 billion in damage from wildfires. You know how much they got?
Shit, you give me a good deal on something I don't even need, I'll still buy it 90% of the time. Shit, I'm one of those types of people.
When the tornadoes hit, we got on the ground. We were knocking on doors to talk to folks that were impacted to let them know that our office was here to help.
You got Joe and Lalo that agree on the blue wave, right?
We didn't stop there.
Joe, you're not helping yourself by agreeing with Lalo.
Only 2 Democrats. Reverend Cleaver was
we got to buy it. They got to come with seats, Lalo.
But those
everybody wants one with a seat, bro.
I called every single
got to have
one
a seat, man.
Sat in their offices explaining to them why this was so important and why we needed to join them. They needed to join us in getting this authorization passed. And we were able to get that done, over $200 million in the St. Louis region. 24 million another 24 million just authorized yesterday. And we know
my good Lord, Joe. And Joe is the top and Lalo's good Lord, Joe.
From this, listen, I got to talk a little bit about the administration here.
Good Lord, Joe.
Because we are seeing from this administration cruelty, chaos, and corruption. Costs are out of control. Healthcare costs are skyrocketing. The Voting Rights Act has been gutted.
Yeah, Joe is saying some crazy shit now.
Democracy is under attack. And what we need to make certain that our voices are heard loudly and clearly.
Actually, I'm going to look something up, guys.
November elections are coming up. And Americans want to see these health care costs addressed and more access to health care. Americans want to restore and expand access to Medicare and Medicaid. We want to end gun violence. We want to roll back these Trump tariffs that have been...
Basically, more taxes, right?
You said it right there. Did you? Let me write that down in my speech.
We need more taxes is what he's getting at. More taxes, guys.
So the fight is just starting. Now, we'll work with anyone who will work with us.
Lalo, give us the discount code, bro.
The interests of working people before politics, our party, who are going to do the work for the people in this region and in this country. Because I'm going to bring this back to St. Louis. When we think about the person who has to take the bus to get there, to get to work.
Dave,
get to that
exactly.
second
The
job.
best thing Trump ever
When you
did
think about the
was
people who
close
have
the
to
damn
make
border.
these types of decisions about whether they can afford their
Exactly.
prescriptions, whether they have to cut back on a meal. We do have a lot of work to do. And the only way we do that is if we come together.
Oh yeah, let me grab the Rumble link here.
So I'm going to say this. My opponents, I had 3 opponents. This is the time where we need to start.
And I'm going to drop a link in the chat here, guys. This is to my Rumble. If you don't mind going to Rumble, give me a follow there. We have hit the number to get access to the content creator program, so I'm there. But anybody that's not there should go follow. We're going to be starting a new program there here real soon. It's going to be pretty badass.
To everyone
Only
who
going to be on
trusted
Rumble,
me
guys, so I don't want
to
you to miss out on
represent
it.
you,
It's not going to be
Thank
streamed
you.
anywhere else but on Rumble, and that's going to be starting in a couple weeks. So go there, give me a follow. And
when we
I know
talk about
Sharp, and
the
there's a few other
progress
people,
that
Sharp
we
Talent,
need
and a
to
few other people that are always in Rumble. Rumble
think
does
the
have
folks
awesome
know in
sound,
St.
audio,
Louis know
everything
that
about
I'm
it.
going to
So if
always
you don't
wake
mind,
up
give me a follow there
working for
at
you.
Rumble. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And there's Ed Eagle. Yes, thank you.
Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up working for you.
And there's a bunch of badass emojis. Can't forget about the emojis
So
that are
when
over
I
there,
get a
like a little
question
Trump
about,
dancing
well,
thing.
What is the plan? What's the next goal? Man, we working for St. Louis. We got stuff to do.
We got stuff to do.
So I am extremely humbled and honored that you have put your faith in me for a second time.
I'm on X and I'm by myself. Yes, and we are streaming on 4 places, guys. We're on YouTube, obviously, Rumble, Kick, and X. Appreciate Cindy being over there
I'll
on
tell you right now,
X. Appreciate you.
This is the most diverse.
I can pin the
district
message. If I
in
see
Missouri.
anything outside of YouTube, because obviously everybody's on YouTube mostly, I'll pin the
We got black
message
folks.
on X, Rumble,
We got
or
white
Kick.
folks.
And Kick is cool
We
too.
got Asian folks.
Is
Hispanic
anyone
folks.
on
We have
Rumble?
the
Yes, we have a
largest
couple
Bosniak
people on
community
Rumble that
outside of
watch.
Bosnia in this region. A thriving Asian
Did he finish the
community.
wall? Didn't need to.
And we're
0
gonna work
border
for
illegal
every
crossings,
single
Joe.
one of
0,
them to
Joe.
make sure every
What up,
single
Patriot Will?
person,
How we
I
doing?
don't care if you're Asian, if you're black, white, Jewish, Hispanic,
He
Bosnian.
finished your
if
mom.
You are St. Louis. We are St. Louis.
He
and we are
finished your
here
mom
for you.
off. Appreciate you being over there on Rumble, guys. I would definitely go check out Rumble because things are going to be happening
So y'all
there,
gotta
guys.
see this. Turn it around. So they
I'm not
can
going to
see
say
it.
who or what, but we're going to be doing some things there. We'll just say.
I have this annoying little
Yes,
sister
we know 0 because we know it's 0, Joe.
who started as my student the last semester that I taught.
We don't need it. We have the technology,
such
Joe.
a
Do you know
great
about
job
border sensors,
that
Joe?
hired
So we were
her to
using sensors like 20 years ago at the border.
Stop talking,
When the
'cause I
sensor
can't.
go off, it alerts the things. And if to be in part of the
I think
border
she
patrol back in the day, you actually had to
what
know
we
where
are
all the sensors were. Every single sensor in your sector,
something bigger.
and they would move them. So you had to learn where they were all the time, right? We were using those 20 years ago. What do you think we're using now?
To our staff assistant in DC managing our interns. And
That's good. That's a good one right there. Mary Beth says, Lalo didn't go to LA protest dressed as a Dino
So-
Blowy and get hit with a pepper ball, did he? Very
we're
possible.
gonna have a good time. We gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
exactly.
here. I wanna
We know
shake
it's
hands.
0,
I wanna
Lalo,
hug you
because
if
the
I
Democrats are
haven't
worried
yet,
about
but
losing the
just know that
election.
that's coming. But then tomorrow we get back to work. And you know what? We had a lot of support from.
We know
from
for a
the
fact,
DEA.
Lalo.
Where they at?
Yeah, I can't stand watching these damn Democrats either. Can't watch these Democrats. Yeah, this guy's just talking out his
I gotta
ass.
shout out. Alpha Phi Alpha.
And you know it's funny. He's got a white wife back there
Who have taken me
because he
as a
knows he
brother,
doesn't want to
and I
date the
can't
black
tell you how
wife,
proud
black
I am
woman.
to be associated to stand with these brothers, but that again is another anecdote for the fact that we are all here standing together, working
Lalo
together.
was the frog in
because I am
Portland,
convinced,
getting his ass
and
kicked
there's
at
nothing
ice.
that
Oh
you can tell
wow,
me
I
to
didn't know that,
convince me
Lalo.
otherwise, that St. Louis has not seen its best days. So thank you.
Good job,
Thank
Lalo.
you. Thank you.
Might be an M, yeah. Most Americans can't read. Okay, Joe. Okay, Joe. Joe and Lalo have this like symbiotic relationship. I would hate to see them meet. You know, they'd just start kissing each other right away.
Texas Republican Senate candidate and current state attorney general Ken Paxton spoke about the issues of affordability and economic issues during a campaign rally in the city of Allen. This runs about 15 minutes.
I just see it changed again. What do we get?
We'll go back to this. We'll go back to this. Paxton's good.
Wow.
Yeah, Joe trying to start
You know,
a chat
it is pretty
fight. Yeah,
surreal
yes.
for me to be here because of my very first ever campaign event was in Allen, Texas in 2002 at the library. I have to say, I was running for state representative to represent McKinney, Allen, Prosper, Salina, and Allen. There were a few less people there than there are here tonight. I want to say thank you to Sarah Gonzalez for being here. I want to thank her. She's amazing.
Yes, sir.
And I know that I didn't get to hear everybody beforehand, but I know that Senator Hall was up here, and he's done a great job. Senator Hall, thank you. And I know that Representative Shaheen, I just saw him back there. He was out here speaking. I really appreciate him and what he's done. And of course, Jeff Leach introducing me in his district was pretty awesome.
Shitty
So thank
mic.
you, Jeff.
It's all echoey and shit.
So, I love Allen for a couple of reasons. One, I get to represent you for 12 years, both in the House and the Senate. I also love Allen because I get to live in the community and get
I
to
know.
know the people.
Imagine the damage you could do as a senator.
And then,
He was killing it as the AG.
every time that I've run for office and I spoke in Allen, I've won. So let's keep that going. So I am here today to announce something that I think is really going to be important to Texans and to the American people. It's a plan that we've been working on that I know that my opponent would
I'm
not
starting
be
to
fond
think
of,
Joe is
but I think you
flawless.
all, and I think the Texas community is going to appreciate what we're offering up today.
I'm
and what we're
starting
gonna
to
go
connect
fight
the dots, Joe.
and we're calling it Paxton's Protecting Texas, the Texas Promise Plan. And I want to tell you what that's going to be. It's okay.
We're going to leave this here as we take you now to live coverage.
Batshit crazy. Are they thinking that she's gonna beat the Muslim? Is that what's going on? I wonder if that's what they think that's going on. Okay, enough with the manufactured fucking boo-hoos. Look at this fucking demon. I know, Lalo, give us the discounts, bro. Square-headed demon. What's this kid doing on the stage? Like, at least have your fucking 16-year-old son, like,
Thank you all.
put on a
I know
shirt.
it's been
and exciting.
You can't take
night.
this woman serious.
I know it's been a
Kids
long night.
squeezing his teeth
Because
and
that's
shit.
the Michigan way.
A square-headed idiot.
But I want to give you all an update. All right, we knew that this was going to be
Send the commission back to the family in Mexico.
And that's
in old Mexico.
exactly what we've got.
That's funny.
A close race. We are still waiting on results, and we might not know.
The results
until early in the morning, maybe even later tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We are still waiting.
She's got a
on
fucking
results
squirrel
from
up her ass or
Detroit.
something. Now what the hell is wrong with this
We
lady?
got Keith Williams in the House, the chair of the Michigan Democratic Party.
Oh wow. More noise.
And Keith knows we're also still waiting on results
We get
from
discount. Abuela gets her medicine. Yes.
Muskegon County, Macomb County.
Oh, that's funny.
But friends, I am feeling good.
Yeah, still counting the votes like they are in California. The votes are still counted. Who knows who won that, right?
And you should be too.
We don't know what's going on in California, but they're still counting the votes.
Of this race a minute. We've had a long, hard-fought primary, and we'll know soon who our nominee is going to be. And whoever wins is going to go and take on Mike Rogers. Republicans are going to do everything they can to throw.
All right, we got something we could do, guys. Every time Joe makes up the lie about the 2024 election, put a 1 in the chat if we should time him out for 10 seconds, or 2 if we should let him stay and not time him out for 2 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, guys.
Donald Trump's
10 seconds.
ridiculous agenda.
Just 10
Higher
seconds.
prices, 1,000 manufacturing
Joe, you're
jobs
rigged.
lost nationwide, corruption and abuses of power
1.
galore. They want to keep the Senate red so Mike
1.
Rogers can go to
The LP
Washington
with the
again
1.
and sell us out to the highest
1,
bidder
1.
and
2.
make himself
Cheryl says
even
2.
wealthier.
Oh.
They want to keep,
Yes,
They
I
wanna
hope
keep
Steve.
the Senate
Yeah,
red
me too. Jerry
so
too.
Mike
Too.
Rogers can ban abortion.
All right, it has to be anonymous.
and roll
Anonymous
back
vote,
workers'
guys.
rights
This is a
and
pure
voting rights.
dictatorship.
Friends,
We have to have
we are
100%
not gonna let
vote.
that
So
happen.
Joe wins. Every time he does it, I'll do a new vote. I'll call in and tell you how. Yeah, he will.
We are not going to know the results.
Joe would call in. I'll give Joe that. He
just a
does
little
call
while.
in. He's the #1 caller, and it's hard to get him off the
Congresswoman
phone.
from West Michigan, everybody. Hillary
Oh
Scott.
yeah, the sensitive Vichy
Mom and
French.
two great boys here, and their future's on the line.
The future's on the line.
So
Why
we
does she
gotta get
talk
some
like
sleep.
that?
Or get some coffee.
Get some coffee.
And then we got to be
And then we got a
Ready
baby.
to
Oh yeah,
go.
we got the
We
Democrat
gotta
leader
wake up
over
and
here.
be ready
Everybody,
to go.
hooray!
Because if we are going to win this thing, which
What
we
I miss?
are,
We did a vote, Ed.
we are going to have.
We did a vote
are
on
gonna
Joe.
Have to get ready and show Mike
The vote
Rogers
was put a 1 in the
what
chat
a
if we
little
should time
stick it to
Joe
him
out
looks
for
like.
10 seconds every time he mentions the 2024 election was stolen, or a 2 if we shouldn't. I already know what your vote was. It was counted. Yours would have been 3 for longer. Yeah, 1. Another 1.
You've been watching live coverage. We return now to our scheduled program.
Yeah,
We joined it in
it's
progress.
what's funny is we know that was a fake accent. Remember when Hillary Clinton was like, "These guys don't know."
This is a
She's
guy
like
that's
trying to
also
sound
used the
all
Bible,
southern and
the
shit.
story of Mary and Jesus to justify late-term abortions.
1,000.
And of course,
I figured
the finale is his hatred of the oil and gas industry because he said you can't be a Christian and support them.
All right, there he goes again, Joe.
This
Hey, put a
is the
1 in the
James
chat if we should
Talarico that
time
is-
Joe out for 10
I call him-
seconds,
that's
or
the
2
real
if we
James
should let him
Talarico.
stay.
Right now we've got the
Unanimous,
fake
has to be
Talarico.
unanimous. It
And
has
you're
to be a
gonna see a
10
lot of
second
fake
vote,
James
guys.
Talarico, and you need to tell your
10,
friends, this is not the real
9,
James Talarico.
8, 7.
He's also been
6,
very anti-family.
5.
He's not
5,
supported
5,
parents.
5, 5, 5,
As I
4,
said,
3,
he pushed for
2,
transing kids.
1.
He pushed for
Oh,
boys
all
and
ones
girls
within 10
sports
seconds,
and in locker
guys.
rooms.
All ones. 1, 1, 1.
He fought for borders, fought against every single bill that would have protected our state at the border. every single one. And you can ask these state reps,
Uno.
single bill, whether it was to provide more law enforcement, whether it was to help federal law enforcement, whether it was to help law enforcement work across state borders, whether it was to build detention centers, pick a thing, and he voted against it. Of course, now, that's the real James Tallarico. The fake Tallarico has said he's for securing our borders now. So as we go forward,
Two, sharp talent
I'm
with
going
the
to
two.
ask you all to do a couple of things. One is,
Yeah.
and I'd say most importantly, this is such an important election.
Yeah, the sniper story was
Depends on how
great.
this election turns out, whether we keep the Senate,
And I love the
whether we're
one
gonna
where,
tell the rest of the world that we've elected
you know,
a
her
liberal,
hearing before, you know,
socialist,
Benghazi, right? What difference
so
does it
I'm going to
make?
ask each of you, we have 92 days, I think, until the election. Ask each of you to spend a few minutes in prayer that we would pray for our state, that we pray for our country.
difference did it make?
So that's my first ask. The second one is that you would take, in those 92 days, take 5 minutes every day and talk to somebody about this race. Because the reality is,
All right,
Tallarico
Ken, that's not a great
has
idea.
lot of
No one's going to
extra
take
money
5
'cause he had
minutes
3
out of
more
their day
months
every day to talk
raise
about
money,
your
and
race.
He's already on TV.
I don't know
trying to
why
convince
these
people
campaigns
that he's
come
a
up with
moderate
these
Democrat
corny
when
ass
he's not.
ideas.
That's the
It's like
fake Tallarico.
some political science
And I want
major
you
like,
guys
yeah,
to
I
go
got an
tell
idea
people
to
the
say in
truth.
your
Tell the
speech.
people about my record. Tell them
Talk
about
about
his
your
record,
5 minutes
and
per
ask
day.
them, can you name one single good accomplishment of James Tallarico in his time in the Texas House? Think of one.
Hey, Bell,
'cause there aren't
Lalo
any.
doesn't speak
He's
Spanish,
voted
by the
against
way.
us on every single issue.
I always
also gonna
vote
ask
too.
you
He's not on Rumble. Yeah, I
to
forget
go to
about that.
kenbenson.com
I
and
forget
donate,
about
because
that.
we need all the help we can get. And so as we finish today, I want you to think, we just
Want to
celebrated
debate
250
something?
years as a country.
Want to get Loco,
And think about what the
Unfiltered?
founders
I'll
did
get Canadian Joe
in the
Loco.
first year,
Yeah, but Joe,
first
you
2
don't ever
years,
have
the
anything
first
to
few
talk
years of
about.
the
You always
country.
want me to direct
What
the
they
narrative
did
and tell you what to
250
think,
years ago
and then you give your
allows us to
opinion
be
on
here
it.
today with the same freedoms that they established 250 years ago. And we are now beginning our second 250 years. Think of it that way. We're on year one, first month.
Yeah, Hillary
second
having the
month
fucking
of
convulsion.
our
Yeah,
next
she was out of it.
250 years.
Hillary was
So
just
we're
out of
kinda
it.
like that baseline of founders, except the new founders are from Texas.
Debate if you change your diaper, Joe.
And this is the
Give
same
me a
battle that
topic.
they
How about
had
Canada's
to preserve the
constitution?
country
Oh
from
wait,
the
you guys
English,
don't
from
have
the
one. There's no
dictatorial
topic
rule
to
of a
talk
king.
about.
We are in that same battle.
There goes that
We have
idea,
socialist
Joe.
Democrats like James Tallarico who want to come be the Texas senator when he belongs in California. So thank you all for coming out here today. We can win this race. It's a close race right now. But if you guys
It's a close
get
race
out
right now.
and tell your friends,
And I would appreciate everybody
guarantee
hit
you
down
we're
here.
gonna win,
Where is it?
win,
Like right
win.
about
God
here,
bless
the
and thank
like
you all for
button.
being
If
here.
you haven't done so, I appreciate it. Thank you for your attention to this matter. No, it's like right here. The thumbs down is here.
C-SPAN's
Like button's
Washington
like right
Journal,
there, right?
our live
Some shit like
forum
that.
inviting you to discuss the latest issues in government, politics, and public policy from Washington, D.C. to across the country. Coming up Wednesday morning.
Oh, good Lord. We don't want to hear any more of that.
With what's left in Ingham County, but she may not cut into it with what's left.
Yeah, or Canadians free speech. They don't have it.
So again, we say 31,600 now. I could see Macomb slashing that down to about 27.
Yeah,
Genesee,
Trudeau freezing trucker
with
bank accounts for
27,000
refusing to take
left.
the jab. That's a good one.
Again, if she were to just pour it on the way she just
Yeah,
did
the
with that
Canucks
past
have
update,
always swung
she
off
could
the-
net
the
5,000 more. Maybe
American
we do it this way,
sack, right?
Let's
I'll talk
say she
truckers.
could get 5,000.
Okay, Joe.
I don't think we changed the marker fix.
The hell does that even mean?
5,000, but they do great work.
What does
I
that mean,
understand
Joe?
5,000. Let's be generous, right? Again, this is non-decision desk approved. 5,000. Take a look. I say I have Flint, and you say 5,000. Okay. Now you say Ingham.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's a wash with what Adam just told us. There.
Lalo no habla
again,
español.
Muskegon, we have nothing of any kind. I really think just the way all these counties have been lining up, I suspect that's an El Sayed County I suspect we'll just go on the conservative side, maybe say it's by about 2,000 votes for
Yeah,
him.
exactly, Mama
Oakland
Huss.
County.
When you think about
let's
it,
pause on Oakland.
Canadian joke is come in here and say whatever the
mail,
hell he
election day,
wants.
what do we think is left there?
But can't even do it in his own country.
Yeah.
Exactly. He has more. Joe has more free
see
speech on YouTube and this channel than he does anywhere else.
Early in person.
That's why he likes the channel so much,
Election
guys.
day, 85% in according
That's
to
why
our
he loves
estimates,
it here,
with
guys.
Maybe 18,000 votes.
Oh,
left.
here's that Al. Boo.
Yeah, and
that piece of shit.
He is
Get his
leading the
dumb
election
ass
day
pulled
vote.
up.
Yeah.
I realize he doesn't speak so fast.
58-40.
Of their money.
So that, that could end up.
We didn't know that they were going to outspend us $11 to $1.
Allah Akbar.
And yet we're still standing.
Guarantee that's Joe.
They want to tell us that here in Michigan, we're a purple state. That somehow everybody walks around wondering, I wonder where I stand on a left-right spectrum. When really, up and down the state, what you hear is, I wonder how I can afford my rent. I wonder how I can afford
16 Republicans with a vast majority of them won. In one state, all his endorsements won. Like we were saying earlier, Patriot Will has the hammer over the nail, the head of the nail, one strike, bam, right? This is really against the DSA and MAGA. That's what you're seeing. DSA endorsements against MAGA endorsements, period. Period. That's all you're seeing.
With a 3-point lead.
Yeah, he's a fucking Haji.
And so as folks ask, if and when we win this race, how are you going to beat Mike Rogers and their money?
Let's hear it.
I want you to remind them that if we come through this, when we come through this, inshallah.
Oh, good Lord. You hear that? They're in the little Muslim speak. Good Lord. Save us, guys. Save our country, boys.
$70 million on the chin and kept fighting back. But I also want to speak to this moment. We've got 13 weeks.
Save our country.
And however we might feel about the campaign we've just come through, I want you to understand that it pales.
Oh, it pales.
In comparison to the cynicism, in comparison to the corporatism, in comparison to the lies that Mike Rogers and Donald Trump are going to tell. There is so much more that unites us. However much we might disagree with our Democratic opponent.
Yeah, DSA stands for Destroy America.
That unites us than divides us. And so,
yeah, it's going to be a big two. Bunch of twos.
And so to all of our supporters here tonight, watching on TV,
and the caliphate and the hordes.
To mend fences. Whatever happens tonight, we have a responsibility to assure that we unite to make sure that Mike Rogers never sees the inside of the U.S. Senate. And I'm going to ask,
oh, good Lord. Here comes the hordes, guys.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask all of us, as we think about where we go from here, always magnanimity in victory.
Yeah.
So if your instinct is to be like, I told you, no. Let's come together.
No, thank you. I'm not coming together with the horde.
That's even
the
stronger,
horde needs to go.
That's even more powerful. That reaches into the very depths of this state. That reminds us the best of who we are and who we can be. That is the commitment I want all of us to be making as we leave here tonight.
Yes.
And so, Mike,
snack bar chance. Snack bar. Outlaw snack bar.
we are coming for you.
Oh, we know you are. We know, with the sword.
I just gotta tell you.
With the sword of Islam.
I was in med school while Mike Rogers was in Congress. This is a guy who's never seen a check
So this guy's a doctor?
from a pharmaceutical lobbyist he didn't want to cash. He sent our campaign a cease and desist for calling him a pharma lobbyist. But I don't know.
Oh, I forgot about that CD. Remember the Canadians were like, hey, put your car keys by the front door so it's easier to be stolen by the criminals. I forgot all about that. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
I just know that you spend
I
so
totally
much time with pharma lobbyists,
forgot
I just
about
thought you
that.
were one.
That
You've
is
taken so much money from
crazy.
them to raise our prescription drug prices. I just thought that you just got
I
into
forgot
business.
all
After
about
You
that.
haven't really explained how you made $14 million
Holy
golfing in
shit,
Florida.
I forgot about that. It's
Unless
so
it was
far-fetched to
trading
us in America that
on
you
all
would
the
never
government
think about that,
relationships you
but
built when you were in Congress.
I remember that. If you don't want them breaking in your home, you Vichy French, put the keys by the front door. Better yet, leave them in the car. Put a note on the door saying the keys are in the car.
Never seen a check from a corporation he did
Crazy,
not want
guys.
to corrupt himself with. And here's the thing about it. He can't decide which era of Republican he wants to be from. On the one hand, he was from the neocon era that had us fighting unnecessary wars in Iraq, swore up and down he could never support Donald Trump, then went to Mar-a-Lago when he decided to run for Senate the
Look
first
at
time,
Canada, way down on the list,
and
Joe.
licked all the boots until he finally got that Trump endorsement. So he's both the worst of the neocon era and the worst of the MAGA era. And I just think that's the worst of all. Because at least you should know who you are. But I promise you, Mike, by the time we are done with you, all of Michigan is going to know who you are. You are a
Damn, Joe, you got your ass kicked by your own question, Joe.
lobbyist, but really
Your
might wanna
own
be one
question,
someday,
Joe.
who voted to raise our prescription drug prices, who supported wars we don't need to fight, who tried to shut down our bridges.
Imagine this guy running for president, right? Imagine getting a Muslim running for president, guys. Oh my good lord. I'm leaving if that happens. I already have a contingency plan. In such an event, I'll be going to Argentina,
friends,
and you guys could
We're
visit
gonna
me
have to wait
there.
a little longer to see the outcome of this race. But as I look in front of me, I already see the outcome of this campaign. A community of people who came together around a set of ideals, built on the foundation of what this government was supposed to be in the first place.
Joe, you
Government of
have
the
all
people, by
our
the people,
American
and for
resources. We don't mind that Canada has all this shit. You guys are preserving them for us.
As I think about where we sit in the long
And I heard Obama. Oh, here we go. 49.1, 46.9. 26,000 difference with 79% in. Too
we all know
close
those
to
250
call.
years weren't perfect. We all know that a lot of that history was built on a set of foundational errors. And at the same time, I
Yeah,
can't help
America
but
has
appreciate the fact
alternatives.
that
Canada has
I know
none.
What America gave me.
Canada
America
is
an
so
incredible
dependent on
place.
us.
I used to live the contrapositive of the life I was supposed to
I
live.
could fly an
When I spent
airplane.
summers
Also,
in
can I go? Yes.
15
We'll have
hours
a flying
and 10
fortress.
years difference in life expectancy. But for the accident of being born here, I got the opportunity to get vaccinated against diseases that killed 2 of my aunts and uncles. I otherwise never met.
Another Republican projected to win. I
to
think
go to
another
amazing public schools.
Trump-endorsed
I got to go to an
Republican, I
incredible
believe.
public
Rick
university. I got my medical
Batten.
education paid for by the NIH. And at
Free.
the same time,
Another freebie.
growing up just 15 minutes away from me, children whose families had been here far longer
And your
than
whiskey
mine
does suck,
never
Joe, I
got
must
those
say.
same
I agree. It's all about the American bourbon.
America can do glorious things, but to love America isn't
Unless you want
just
cheap
to dress
whiskey.
up in
You
some
know, it's a
colors
good cheap
and
alternative.
pretend that everything's fine. To love America is to will America to do the hard work of being better. If you love America, you want America to be America for all of her kids.
Look at Joe trying to craftily ask the questions.
And as I think about those past 250 years, those errors, slavery,
Joe, that's not how the
Jim
debt
Crow.
works, Mr. Joe.
the fact that this country was built without giving women equal access to citizenship for years.
Oh, a Muslim cares about access for women? Oh my good Lord.
The thing our country has always done better than anyone else is that
Just
we've been
landed
able
in
to look
Vegas.
those
Trump
failures
did.
in the
Cool.
eye
What's he
and
doing in
correct
Vegas?
them. It's not because we ignore our challenges. The greatness of America is the ability to see those challenges and fix them. And 250 years on,
Trudeau's a weak socialist
as we
nobody
think about
fears
where
or
we go from
respects.
here, it is that ability
Trump
to
is the
correct
goat who terrifies enemies
that
and
we
commands
together
global
have embraced
respect. Let's go.
We live in an era of historical inequality. In an era where
Here we go.
union participation is near an all-time low, but the number of billionaires has never been higher.
Oh, good Lord.
An era where schools continue to carry the
26,000 different vote between these two idiots. Too close to call.
an era where we
I hope this
continue to
Muslim
see
gets kicked the hell out.
a few very small people try to define America as being
Yeah, right,
as
Cindy.
small as they
Yeah,
are.
the Muslims believe in equality for women.
We can't control the past.
Yeah, they sure do, and they put them in holes and stone them to death and shit, right?
Is build the next 200.
Did you know? Did you know what DEI means? Support every legal.
And to do that, it's going to mean
Fucking Grok is
movements like
hilarious,
this one,
bro.
of the people, by the people, and for the people, with a distinct purpose.
Well, what's up,
of
Salty?
taking
How
on
we
the
doing?
challenges that we face. Those movements have never been more important than they are right now. I look in front of me and I see all kinds of colors, all kinds of stories coming
Maker's
together
Mark.
around the idea that
That's
we
good
can
stuff.
have nice things. We just can't do it alone. That to have them, we're going to need to reach across the divides they tell us we can't breach.
Yeah,
Divides
Buffalo
of
Trace, I didn't
race,
really like
of faith,
Buffalo
of
Trace.
geography, of sexual orientation, gender identity, to build together.
It's not bad, though. It's not bad, I'll give you that.
Off to our kids and our grandkids.
The one I kind of been taking a like to is by McMinions. It's like the McMinions like hotels or whatever. They're in Oregon and Washington. Pretty good whiskey.
So as we continue forward,
It's pretty
for
good.
the next 13 weeks, I am asking you to
It's
put
not
your
really one you
shoulder
find
to
on the
work
shelf everywhere
to make
either.
sure that we defeat Mike Rogers, we defeat and send a blow to Trumpism, and we do the work of building that next 250 years that all of us deserve, because at some point, whether you know them or you don't, the future will ask you, what did you do in this moment?
Well, we voted out the Muslim. That's what we did.
Half Indian like their mom, ethnically half
Well, maybe this
Egyptian,
guy wins and the
like me,
Democrat
100%
faces a
American.
Republican and the Republican beats him. That's a very possible scenario, right?
And I want to tell them, when they ask, that I got to work with so many incredible people who believed in the best of America, so that we could hand it off
Exactly,
to them
Cindy.
and all
That's funny,
of
Cindy.
their kids and grandkids. Ask yourself what we could be if we treated all our kids like they were all our kids. Ask yourself what it would mean when it comes to where we spend our tax dollars, about the schools we build, the health care we provide, the opportunities.
You mean your madrasas?
And for the next 13 weeks,
The
next 6
madrasas you
years
build,
after that,
not the schools?
I'm asking you to join me in helping to build that America.
Oh, because America's not good enough for him. What the hell are they yelling? Some Muslim shit?
So
Good
with that-
Lord, save us, guys.
We should know who the victor will be tomorrow. and the work starts anew. And so for one last time for this primary, money out of? Money in your? Medicare for? Let's go win. Thank you so much.
Wow, that was pretty lame. That was lame as hell. Okay. He couldn't bring his wife on the stage because he's back home in the she's back home in the fucking beekeeper suit.
You've been watching live coverage. We return now to our scheduled program. We join it in progress.
OJ has engaged directly with angel families and treated us not like political props, but as partners in preventing future tragedies.
765, 1.8. I'm just going to flag one other thing while we talk about that, and that is where the remaining vote is in Macomb right here. So just to, again, we think now, with that update Adam just gave you from Wayne, you know, we think there are 95,000 votes left in Wayne County. Okay,
which
we
is
think the
here,
second
Canada or
biggest
US?
Outstanding source
Oh
of
my
votes
God.
is 29,000 in Macomb. Okay, and I want to pause on Macomb because
Canadians
a while
milk the trees
ago,
for syrup.
we
Isn't
looked
that
at the
funny?
remaining vote there. There was obviously a lot more, and it was
We let the
heavily
bees do all the work,
imbalanced.
Joe.
It was heavily vote by mail left with some election day. Everything that has come in since then has been vote by mail. It's why Stevens has the lead now. The color flipped there in Macomb a while ago. Okay, it's been very pro. But based on the classifications that we get in our system of this vote type, that 29,000 left is split now between vote by mail and election day. Now, does that, and the way the vote by mail and the election day have been running in Macomb, they would cancel each other out. If what remains looks like everything else that's come in Macomb, they cancel each other out. But I want to be careful here because right next door in Oakland, that update we just got a minute ago, a very good update for Stevens, was, you know, we had, our system was telling us
Yeah,
that's
the vote will
election
probably
day vote
be
that's
called
left.
next month.
And that
Absolutely,
last
Heavy.
big
You're
update
probably
went
right.
61-35 for Stevens.
Absolute
Okay, so the
bullshit.
If that vote by mail, we've gotten 3 or 4 successive updates here. It's been as pro Stevens as we've been expecting all night. If the remaining vote by mail here just continues that pattern, but the remaining what's coded as election day vote doesn't, that's a big batch of votes there, 15,000 votes that are coded as election day, that if they broke more towards Stevens, but again, she's now in a position 22,800. Did we just get a little bit more?
Taking a look. Small. We got another 1,000 Saginaw and another 200 Van Buren.
How does Saginaw break?
59% for Stevens, El Sayed 34.
Yeah, so getting close there. That's about what we thought. Genesee, we're at about 60. But yeah, that
Rooster dash 164. Good evening, Patriots.
this
American
is the kind of guessing
flag.
game we're left
Peace.
playing. The way
What's
this
up,
is,
brother?
if
How we
that
doing?
remaining Macomb, I'll call Macomb up, right? Okay. If right now
They're doing
we think
anything
there's
they can
about
to say, hey, this Muslim's gonna
15,000
win, guys.
vote by mail left, right, and 14,000 of what our system is coding as election day, okay, right? And we've been seeing in Macomb County
This
that
guy's
the mail's
gonna
been running
win.
about plus 30 Stevens, and the election day's been running about plus 30 Al Sayed. That would, you know, cancel each other out, and basically what you're seeing in Macomb now is what it would be. But again, that what we just saw in Oakland is getting me thinking here.
All right, I'm gonna
is there
shut
a
down the
chance
line
that
here, guys.
what's coded
Silencing
here
the
as,
calls. Not gonna take
as
any
election day
calls.
vote, if it behaves like that vote we just got from Oakland at the very end there,
Tired of looking
is
at it.
pro Stevens, right? It was 26 points pro Stevens, what we just saw. If it ends up looking like this, this is an if. This is non-decision desk approved, but this is just if it ends up looking like this, then that remaining mail, okay, at 15,000 would net a new plurality for Stevens of about 4,500, okay? But then that would also be that'd be over 4,000 votes for Stevens there too. That would net her like an additional plurality of about
Oh my
8,000 votes
good
out
Lord,
of Macomb.
Rons.
That would be more than a third
Joe
of what
Never
she-
grab
it
him
is a
by the
huge if. This is just
woo-ha.
we are left with this kind of speculation just given
Joe does not know.
Everything that you've been
Joe
seeing
would
tonight.
never
I don't need to
know.
explain it. Everything that you've been seeing tonight, all these blind spots we're operating with. But what we just saw in Oakland, to me, raises a question about what's still to come here in Macomb. And if what's to come in Macomb defies our expectations,
Yeah,
our
he was
classifications, and that could
certainly
happen,
copying
that's a big batch
the
of
whole
votes right
style.
there.
Like the whole hand
Where
gestures and like
Stevens
the
has made some gains there in
emphasis,
Wayne. We said she
everything
needed to
about
make,
it.
you know,
And it's
big
probably the
gains,
same
big
people
strides
training
in
him.
Wayne. We just saw her make one.
Obama had a
second
whole
ago.
team
And
during
the
his
other thing
first
we've been
campaign.
seeing, let's see
Huge
here,
team training him
really,
oracle
We just got another Kent update.
principles, right?
1,500 votes. El
How to
Sayed,
speak.
54%.
Because if you
Stevens,
watched him as a
41%.
senator when he was in Congress,
I mean, he nets about
he was really
160
shitty.
votes out of that plurality. Do they still have more?
Look
This
at
is-
their
This
website.
is like, it keeps coming. Okay.
Yeah.
22,985. That must, that's a lot.
So
of
his
numbers.
votes
What
are
Adam
the
just said
votes are
from,
slowly going down. Now it's
from Kent County.
48.9.
We do have changes on the Kent
47.1.
County
It is
website.
changing. It's still
Election day fully
82%,
reported,
right?
Early vote fully reported. Still waiting for maybe some mail ballots out of Kent County.
Whoa. How much?
I mean,
Whoa.
I'm
Whoa,
very
buddy.
hesitant to guess at this point because we've been saying Kent County is all in for quite some time.
I know what this
but
must be like, folks.
This guy's like, I need to go in the back and get
looks
another
like
bump,
the
guys.
place that is partially
Whoa,
reported
bro.
is Grand
Whoa.
Rapids.
Yeah.
Good
So
Lord.
Grand Rapids mail, which I remember seeing before, and it was fairly friendly for El Sayed.
Sayed. Okay, so these permutations and combinations.
Maybe it's
Exactly what that guy said.
pretty friendly towards him.
I think that Macomb thing looms as a wild card to me.
Okay.
Because if Macomb is a wash, it takes essentially 30,000 votes off the board and nobody gets any advantage from it. But if there's a chance Stevens gets a boost, a real big boost out of that, I mean, that's a big chunk. And we think she's going to win half that big chunk by 30 points. That's why I'm saying this. 124, 151, 173, 180. I mean, yeah, look, there are there are 6 counties left in the state of Michigan where there's at least 10,000 votes remaining. There's only 6 counties left. They are Wayne, where there's 95,000, Macomb, that we've been talking about, where there's that 29,000, Genesee, where we think there's 27,000, okay? Ingham,
There's still a lot of
where we
votes
think
still to
there's
count, guys, is what he's getting at.
22,000. Washtenaw, where we think there's 14,000.
Thoughts on Byron
And
McDonald?
Oakland,
I've said this a
where
million
we
times.
think
I
there's
think he'd be a
14,000.
badass president, but he's going
Now,
to be a great governor of the state of
I told you why
Florida
I
for
think
now.
this is a
Maybe
big
in the future
wild
we'll see him
card.
run us for
And
president.
I think in the
he'd be
context of
badass.
these numbers, you can
I
see
like
why.
the guy a lot. I think he's probably one of the
Because
most
it's outside of
biggest
Wayne,
heavy
that's the
hitter
biggest
that we
source of
have in the
votes.
Republican Party.
The interesting
I absolutely
thing
think
that
he
we've
hits it out of the
seen
fucking park.
with Adam,
Every time he opens his mouth.
about the vote by mail.
He's very articulate,
Ingham
too.
and Washtenaw are the two
Very
big
articulate.
El Sayed places left with more than 10,000 votes to be counted.
I
Okay?
think he is
We think
badass.
that those votes that are to be counted are vote by mail. And the vote by mail in Ingham is running about even right now. So you're looking at that and you're saying, okay, there's 22,000 votes left here.
Do you know
it's
who
El Sayed
Royce
country.
White
Well,
is?
if
No,
the vote by
never
mail is
heard
even,
that
this
name.
is what if, but what if nobody benefits from that, okay?
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah,
The
Cheryl's got
vote
this.
by mail was
Cheryl's
running
got it figured
even
out.
there in the last
Yeah,
update.
there it is.
There's that
We'll
added
find out in a
complexity
month
of
after
if
the
it's
mail-in
Ann Arbor,
ballots are all fucking counted.
This is a bigger
Exactly.
issue. What if the vote by mail is a wash there, right? Okay, so now the two big pro-Al Sayed places left with more than 10,000 votes, now they've been neutralized by Stevens, is what I'm saying. This is if. And then you've got
surrounded by the Riris.
27,000 left here in Genesee. This is Flint. This is breaking. This is, a place where, again, if you're Stevens, you could probably, you could probably still get about 3,000 vote plurality here. Rough.
If you're lucky. If you're lucky.
We've been talking about Wayne, where it's, she needs big
If you're
updates.
lucky,
She got
guys.
a good one a minute ago. There's many more to come at 95,000. And And then I'm looking at it, and then Oakland with 14,000. We think 14,000 left in Oakland still, or was that
Good Lord.
Was the system slow updating that?
Yeah, let me take a look.
He's like stuck, bent
looks like
over, like, give me
14,000
another
still.
one, guys.
Okay, 14,000, and not quite sure.
Give me another one, please.
Can you tell what they're coded as in there? This could be a red herring, as we've seen, but is red herring the right word?
Yeah, election day, 18,000.
Okay, but remember the last time we had coded vote as election day here in Oakland, I said, oh my goodness, this is, but it ended up breaking 26 points for Stevens. So if this 14,000 breaks for Stevens, okay, if these are neutralized,
give me another one, boys.
Big number out of Genesee County, okay, 3,000, 7.
Let's go. Ron's with the gold coin. Appreciate that.
Updates in Midland and Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
Another 4,000 votes out of Midland. She nets a few. In Kalamazoo, 1,000, and he nets a few there.
Okay, we got.
Let me ruffle through some more paper, guys.
I don't think I don't need the benchmarks.
Yeah, I don't need it.
We're not in benchmark team.
This guy's on something, guys. He's
I like that
hilarious.
game.
Okay. And Kalamazoo, we think is. How do I keep doing that? Kalamazoo, we think is basically complete. Okay, yeah, we went through this. So
yeah, we went
22
through this. This guy's so doped out of his mind.
It comes back down to what I was just saying a minute ago. Where like the big variables here are when we get remaining mail in these two places. Are they neutral? Okay, or is Al Sayed could really use a boost here, right? So is the remaining mail in Washtenaw or Ingham? These are big Al Sayed counties, but the vote by mail is Stevens friendly. We've seen updates of the vote by mail in these places that have been breaking about even. If they are even, then you've got two big chunks here left on the map that are El Sayed overall, but he doesn't get any benefit from them, right? And then, like I said, what if this Oakland, like the last update that just came there that was coded as election day, what if that breaks for Stevens? She won the last one by 26 points. What if she wins another one by say 25 points?
Did you hear that, Joe? You're a
would be
welfare
3,500
socialist
vote net plurality for her.
Jacobin
we said
French
maybe she could get 3,000 more plurality out of Genesee County. We've got that basically 30,000. It's 29,000. We got this 29,000 sitting here in Macomb County. If you look at it, how it's coded in the system, it's going to cancel each other out. It's going to be half.
Yeah,
half
I agree there,
day.
Ron. He's chimping out. He's kind of hunched
Oakland
over.
County,
He needs a break.
Stevens could blow it wide
short,
open
or just
in Macomb with what's left
just
there,
a quick one, right?
Huge swing, and then
Needs
I
a
say
quick
we're sitting
break.
on 95,000.
Nothing too long.
So El Sayed is 22,440. If these two were to happen, okay, 6,500.
Just a little quick break for
you're
the guy.
basically knocking this down to 16,000, right? And then you're left with, boy, this is Macomb neutral? Does nothing happen from it? Or does that remaining vote all break for Stevens, by that like 30-point margin we've been seeing? If it did, then this 16,000 would immediately be cut in half to 8,000. And then you would be left, there are other places here that have, vote. I'm giving you the places I say with 10,000 or more. But it is those places account for the overwhelming majority of what's left. And then you have Wayne sitting there, and we're trying to still figure out, exactly, they're just coming in one small piece at a time. So big variables here. That Macomb, is Macomb even? If it is, that's very good for Al Sayed. Does the remaining Macomb break big for Stevens? Obviously huge for her. The remaining vote by mail in Ingham and Washtenaw, is it a wash? Is it break even? If it is, that's great news for Stevens. Does Al Sayed still get another big bounce out of that? If so, obviously great news for him.
His numbers are slowly trickling down by 82, 83% of the vote in now.
Just got that Stevens won by 26 points.
This Michigan seems to be the center of everything.
Advantage El Sayed. And then 95,000.
And let's be real, Washington's not going to do any counting this evening. We're not going to know shit about Washington.
Permutations. Are there big
just
batches that she just had one a minute ago for Stevens? On top of these other things, are there big batches for her there? And also, as I say, Genesee. Am I
shows the kind of guy to not even have the courtesy to give a
another 3,000 votes out of that. So those are the big questions.
Oh, that's funny.
As we're sitting here with 83% of the vote in statewide, with El Sayed sitting at 22,120.
That is funny.
I'm happy to just sit here and watch it. If you guys are, just watch it. I mean, it's like this has been. You could probably tell the way I've talked about it tonight. I mean, we've just, me, Adam, we've been trying to like just make sense of this on the fly. And there've been swings here where you're like, this is a.
Just give me a break, damn it, guys.
Primaries for. I think just this is the most.
You can hear it in his voice. He needs a break.
The puzzle on this one is the most complex.
He needs a break
because it's just, as you've seen, nothing is straightforward. It's almost like got a House of Mirrors effect watching these vote returns come in. Nothing is as it seems. It's just not straightforward at all. But it's just made for this kind of dizzying night here where you're looking at it and you're saying, no, Stevens is missing her targets. No, she's making her targets. No, and now it's wrapped all the way around to this. And I think that's the best I can give you in terms of what the major questions are at 1:30 in the morning.
Step down as CEO today? Wonder why he did that. Doing like a political run? Why do you do that?
It finally has come around to a place where we've got.
Yes, Madison is kind of. I don't think Madison's going to get too extreme.
6 updates.
I don't know. I'm not seeing it. They are doing little things here and there. They just don't have the numbers. They have the chaos.
I'm watching it with you.
But they just don't have quite the numbers.
Jumping into any other.
At the beginning, even they never had all the numbers I think they needed to kind of get too out of control.
Although I will say, almost anything right now that substantially moves that. Well, the one thing that could move that El Sayed number north too, that's the wild card. Should have said, our friends in Kent County and Grand Rapids, we've been on like. Does that mean something?
Yeah, no,
that means
I just
something.
saw the number
It's break
change,
time. He's like,
so
whoa, break.
We changed. What was it?
He heard the
see
keys
two
jingle.
Counties, Monroe and Roscommon. Monroe gets 2,400 votes.
Isn't it just like a street fire, or are they burning shit down now?
That's out. So that's the other thing that's happening. I've given you, as I said, the places with 10,000 or more outstanding votes.
Nothing worthy of praise, we shall
update
say.
Really move this needle or tell us
Just
something
a little dumpster
important.
fire.
At the same time,
Street fire.
the rest of this map is filling in these counties that are colored in but are not at 100%. They are slowly filling in like that. That will bounce this number around a little bit in this zone. But what we are looking for here is anything that substantially moves this number in either direction, or an update, if we get Washtenaw, if we get Ingham, and this number doesn't budge, that's just as important and that's just as significant. Something significant. It went down. What was it? Where did we get it?
Genesee.
We got more Genesee. Okay, so this is Flint. We've been saying, I said, could she net another 3,000 or so out of there? It looks like about 2,000 maybe she got out of there. Stevens.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew he was running for governor and shit. I didn't know if maybe he dropped out of that, or we having reissued, went back to smoking crack. I don't know if a lot of people know. I mean, people probably do know his background. But he used to be a crackhead. A severe crackhead back in the day.
Still,
crackhead to a multimillionaire.
Not a ton, but that's a good amount. That's only about 3/4 in, and Stevens just got another. What was that update? How did it break?
So it was 12,000 votes, 54% for Stevens, 41% for El Sayed.
Yes, that's about a 1,500 vote plurality for her. Again, with more to come. We said the math I was using there, right? They're saying, boy, this could get really dicey here for El Sayed. The math I was using there said the remaining vote out of Genesee, could it get her between 3,000, 3,500 votes? She just lopped off 1,500 right there in that update, still not at 80% in there. So again, that was one of our big ones. That's one of our big 6, call them the big 6 counties with that outstanding vote. Although I think with that, I wonder what they're down to. No, they're still over 10,000. Yeah, still 15,000 left there. 1, 2, 3. There are 6 counties over 10,000 here. We'll give an honorable mention to Calhoun County, which is right down here, where we've got 7,500 votes
400
left.
million
Calhoun County, by the way,
firearms.
right now, Stevens is leading there by 8 points.
That is
so,
crazy.
I mean, again, if she were to win,
I think it's
let's say by
actually higher
10,
than
the
that.
remaining vote in Calhoun, it would net 750 for her.
That's probably ones they know about, right?
Total. But again, we've said. So, something. What was it?
I don't see anything big.
Someone just came in. I went from it's big because it was in the high 19s.
You know who I have not seen
Iron
tonight
County,
is
359 votes.
Robbie.
Okay, we're up in the
Robbie.
UP.
I have not seen Robbie. I
Iron-
see Robbie almost
okay,
every
I just
day.
got a Wayne update.
Okay, whoa. It looks like it was a good one for El Sayed.
Yeah, it was
No, it
7,000
always
votes. He
is.
gets 66%. Stevens gets 32%.
Wow. Okay, and again, we're flying a bit blind on where these are coming from. That might be, there are some places there in Wayne that we know to be very El Sayed friendly. That might have been one of them, but that sets Stevens back. Now she's back at a 22,291 deficit, but still, that leaves we'll sit on this, scream through the TV if you see that number move. That still leaves 89,000 votes in Wayne, and as you can see, they're just sort of.
Yeah, we got another Macomb
translating
update.
the shit grammar,
6,000
yes.
votes. It's Stevens 63%. El Sayed 32%.
PBC, yeah.
That's the exact clip
Yes,
we've
they
been
do.
seeing
They
for
go
like
a
3,
long
4
way,
straight
boys.
updates here. This is why this is why I said Macomb is the swing here, because it's coded as half male, half. That was coded as male, I assume, or was it?
Sending out the bat signal to Robbie.
That was coded as male.
Right. Okay. So it's
Robin
playing to
Hood
type right now. According to what our system is saying, there's now more outstanding election day vote than vote by mail in Macomb County. But I'm just not sure how that election day vote, what's listed as that, is going to perform, because the other way of looking at this is, that leaves you, now we've got. Yeah, we got 23,000 votes left there in Macomb. If it all breaks, we've seen 63-32, 63-30. We've seen 30-point wins for Stevens in these updates. And again, with 23,000 left, if she just kept doing that, 23-46, that'd be about 7,000 additional votes. She would, a plurality. She would knock that from 20 to 13,000. If it all breaks away, this is to me in my mind right now, at least, it's a huge variable, because I think Macomb could be it could be a wash from this point forward. It could even be it could even net out to El Sayed's favor. That's a bit what the coding that Adam's given you is saying, but it hasn't been performing that way always. It certainly hasn't next door in Oakland, and I think something else was minor that just happened.
Yeah, Sanilac. You also have a update in your phone as well.
Oh, okay. Jeez. This is the fun stuff. Oh no. What do we do? No. Can you ask? If
You actually signed up.
possible?
You put your boots on the ground.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter to me whether you got called into actual combat. That doesn't matter. You signed up. You did your thing. You did your duty. And I appreciate you for that. And I've never believed Happy's bullshit line that you're a fake Marine. I take people at their word. If you're lying, that's between you and God. That's not between you and I. But as far as Happy goes, I appreciate your service. But quit acting like a fucking asshole. And that's a fact. If you are a pilot and you want to sit here and carpet bomb people that are.
Anyway, we got a troublemaker in the chat there. I mean, in the screen there. Finally, somebody actually clicked the button or whatever. So looks like, let's see if he's got his audio connected. There's Unfiltered. Yes. You're trying to see if anybody would do that. Yeah, you didn't hear my chat. Don't respond or whatever. The bet that I made or whatever that I said nobody would probably show up when I got that link out there. Don't tell them what I would do. No. You don't win anything, but the chat probably forgot what I told them or whatever. If somebody did click the link or whatever, so they probably forgot that and don't want me to do what I said I would do if somebody did join. But anyway, how are you? Are you still covering all your Senate news and everything? But look at the other person. I'm not saying he's the best choice, but did he play videos of what that lady said that's competing against him and her crazy takes? Would you rather? Good. Yes. Haven't listened to what that guy said, but yeah, maybe you don't like his religion, but I'd still think like, I don't want a crazy woman either to run to represent me. You know, that's faking her own voice. Have you heard her? What she used to sound like and what she sounds like now? She doesn't. That's not her original voice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Michigan. Yeah. Who's he going to run? Is he going to run against the current crazy lady or a different one? But I mean, is the current crazy one that was locking everybody down except her husband? Is she the incumbent? Does she have a chance to run again? The current Michigan governor. What's her name? Somebody in the chat. Whitmer. Yes. I hope. I know. Remember during the mandates and everything, like it's my husband can have his vote, but everybody else, no, you guys can't go voting. Like, why does that not make sense? Was, was she kidnapping people, or just talking about ICE kidnapping? Oh yeah, even though the FBI people admitted to being involved with the situation, I'm guessing.
It was all a hoax. It was kind of a hoax. Am I still muted? Give me a 1 in my chat if I'm still muted. 2 if I'm not. There. I hope I fixed it. Whatever it is, what it is. So everybody on your chat and over on your site can hear me. Everybody over here is like, "What's going on? I can't hear you."
You need a
Hopefully
better
I fixed
soundboard.
that.
Amazon selling soundboards now for $50. I don't know.
Wait, what did I say 1 was? You can't hear me or you can hear me?
I always forget what number I put down there.
I know I hate doing it. 2 in the chat. Everybody's putting 2. What did I say 2 was? Please remind me. Obviously they hear me because they're putting 2 in there. So I said 2 was here. All right, we're good. Thank you. Sorry about that. I always have technical issues whenever you're brought up. But yeah, I thought I'd hop in to make sure to prove you wrong, because you always say, you're never wrong, and I had to hop in because you're like, hey, no one's gonna come in, and here someone is, not someone you're looking forward to. I mean, I get it, Mr. Bill, but someone came, so you're wrong. Good. So I just came to tell you you're wrong.
When am I wrong? Nope, I am not wrong.
Someone showed up. Sounds like you got a voicemail. Is that Joe?
No,
I hear it. Is that Joe?
No, this one's a Grandpa Muskrat. My two main callers are Grandpa Muskrat and Joe. They all try to say funny things back there or something like that. So we'll see what Grandpa Muskrat's going to say. I'm not sure if he pops into your chat, but he's a nice kind of eccentric guy, we'll say.
Yeah, he drops in, but he always has to take a smoke break, right? He's like, I got to go outside and take a smoke break.
Or so yesterday he was drinking some bad vodka or something like that.
He's always drinking and smoking, right?
Yeah. Well, did you hear the good news though the other day? Jeannie, she was the lady that had the situation in Canada with all that communist rain that was going down in
communist rain.
Hey, when it's picking on the conservatives there,
okay.
Call it whatever we want to call it. But anyway, the house that she was living in, the foundation was so bad that the landlord was required by the province to kick her out and get the place demolished. That's in Alberta of all places. But anyway, so she found another house and was able to get a security deposit put together that she has to pay Thursday, I guess. But Cherbourg gave her quite a bit of money to help complete most of that thing the other day. But in case Chris and Danny or whatever do a Thursday thing or whatever, I might ask them to help her complete her, get enough money to do that security deposit or whatever. It's always nice to do a little charity stream or something like that. So maybe we can talk them into doing that. But her link or whatever, if anybody wants it.
Well, you should share it in that little streamer panel group thing and tell everybody there to do it, right? Yeah, that would be a smart move.
I did it once. Smart. I think I'll do it again.
Yeah. Did you already share it
smart. I did. I'll do it again or whatever, but
I mean, go ahead and spam it. I mean, in there, I call it the Geyer panel. He floods it. It's like, oh god.
I know. I'm tempted to say Geyer. Only put your important links in there or something like that. But
how about this? Maybe one link a day, or 2, or 3. You know,
Geyer. He's probably in my chat. He's going to say, "Mr. Bill, you're taking away my free speech by telling me what I can say." So if I do that, say something like that, he's going to say you're against the First Amendment. Like, the First Amendment doesn't have to do with individuals, but the concept does. But still,
yeah. So this is not the official UNR and Mr. Bill dance off. Nope. We have to have a lot of super chats. We'll start by giving them to Mr. Bill because he likes to dance. You guys would have to go to Mr. Bill, give him a super chat. Me, on the other hand, you have to pay me a lot more than what do you do it for, Bill? $5? You'll dance for $5?
If they really want to see it or whatever, I don't. Sometimes I'll do dances for free. In fact, one of as soon as you go off stream or whatever, the thing was, is I didn't think anybody would click on the link or whatever. So I told chat, if somebody clicks on the link, then they get to see me dance later on. So
later on, not now. Come on now.
Well, I'm not sure. You can. I can't think of a song to dance to right now. So.
Oh, come on. Someone's got a song for you, Mr. Bill. Well, either way, Mr. Bill, I'm going to do my outro right now, and I'm going to raid you since we're watching you, but I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to hop into your chat. I'm going to leave you. So everybody just hang tight, listen to the song. Don't click anything. Let the stream take you over to Mr. Bill's channel, and let's go over there, and I'll see you guys in the chat. But either way, thank you. You guys have a great night. Later. We'll see you over in Mr. Bill's chat. You guys have a great night.
And remove him from there. That was nice of him to do.
Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart. I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big white house we saw. I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered and raw.